The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 140 of New York's and hip-hop's #1 podcast, most controversial podcast, most argumentative podcast, most loved and simultaneously disliked podcast. Get your ones up.
Yes.
It's the Rap Roundtable.
We love it.
All y'all haters are washed. Y'all even more washed than y'all were just a few weeks ago, which was last year.
2024
You know what I mean?
wash.
Shout out to all the people who support us. Shout out to all the people who don't like us. Shout out to everybody who gets the show. Shout out to everyone who quote tweets angrily when we say shit that they don't like. Shout out to the people who will angrily quote tweet but then like the very next tweet after that because it's not that deep.
Talk.
You know what I mean?
It's really not.
It's your boy Jav here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob,
What
alongside
up?
Deanie the Balance,
Yup.
alongside the greatest Drake fan of all time, Masito.
Yeah.
It's a low bar, but yeah, he is a great.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It is. That means something.
It's a quality bar when you consider the amount of shitheads that support this fucking guy.
True.
If you want some quality Drake conversations and data
Talk to Mace.
over your Mace.
Our guy.
Talk to
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So many shitheads affiliated with Drake. I'm almost embarrassed for him that he has to be affiliated.
Imagine that.
You know what I mean?
It's rough.
But at least we don't have to worry about him streaming with just a photo of his face.
Yes.
Pretending he's something that he's not. Okay? Imperfectly cropped photos of himself. Anyway. Woo.
Tight shit.
I see everything. Even
Always.
if I don't see it, I hear about it.
Always.
But I'm
Sometimes
peace God.
Yo.
All right, that's it. I got a little more
For the
static
next-
for
the
one
next-
more.
For the next 10, 15 minutes.
For the next 10, yeah, you're right. For the next 10 to 15 minutes. And then
early
after
roast.
that, I'm back on my peace God shit. You know what I mean? Because really, I ain't been bothering y'all niggas for a minute. You know what I mean? But anyway, you can find a Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, Twitter.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Sir.
The beat you hear in the background
Always.
is brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Holla at me.
Producer.
Ransom, let us know. Pick
Talk,
one of them
man.
beats.
Yeah.
Send
Rome.
that pack over. Rome.
Coach.
Holla.
Send some
Coach,
stuff.
Social
Send some more
misfits,
stuff.
bad
something
influence,
happen.
whomever. Pick a beat, lock in with the Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir.
You know, great time. I'm always glad to be back in the stew with the guys. We got Walt in the
Always.
cut. You know what I
Great.
mean? Our guy with that Nick hat on, but it's all right.
Hey.
It's all right.
Hey, it's the first studio
It's a
of the new
good,
year,
yeah, we
man.
it's
be
a
doing
good,
all right, Walt.
good time to be a Nick fan.
Yes, sir.
You know, but nevertheless, let's get into this podcast. You know what I mean? But matter of fact, I'm forgetting my favorite drop. I've been forgetting this drop recently. You know what I mean?
New year, same us.
We still y'all entertainment for better or worse. A lot of niggas is picking up microphones. So many podcasts are being launched.
skills.
A lot of them are trying to bite the formula. They don't give homage. It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
Shout out to the
rough.
supporters. Shout out to T's. You know, we've been throwing the
Yeah.
streams up on Twitter now. He be in the likes
Salute.
and whatnot.
Salute.
Yo.
Appreciate the love.
Two T's. Come on. It's New Year 2026.
Pull up, man.
Come on.
Come talk to the guy.
I mean, I'm gonna call it what? Can I
Pull
call
up
it what
to
it
the
is?
table.
The bigger
We got a
picture is
seat.
over, right?
Yeah.
We would have been the better, bigger picture with us and you anyway.
the biggest
You know what I
picture.
mean?
The
The show
biggest
would have been
picture.
way more entertaining. I'm sorry.
HD,
No
4K.
shots at DJ Head or Jeremy Heck. Just saying. You with a bunch of New York niggas, you a Queens nigga, you would have completed the
Yeah.
set. You got Uptown, Brooklyn, Queens.
You can set up a chair right here.
You know what I
Would have
mean?
been set.
You know what I mean? Make some
on.
room for you.
Come on down, Elliot, with
Pull
two
up.
T's.
Two
For those who
T's.
haven't figured out the joke yet, we call him two T's because he has two T's in his name.
Right.
But anyway, you know, as we started a new tradition towards the end of 2025 about what we're listening to right now, because this is not a gossip podcast parading as a hip hop podcast. It's a
Never
music
that.
pod.
Man.
Now, sometimes we
Who would
turn
do
into
that?
the chatty boys. You know what I mean? Sometimes we are the chatty boys. I ain't gonna lie.
Once in a while. It's a rare occasion.
But, you know, we're
happens.
still a music and hip hop and culture pod at the end of the day. So let's stick to that.
Yes.
So, since the raps now, what
yo.
are you listening to right now?
Oh, man. So the last time, it was the Nas and Primo album that had me in the chokehold.
Yeah.
And today,
Had.
it's still the Nas and Primo album that has me in the chokehold. No, I'm playing.
Hey.
No. I'm not. I'm halfway playing. It's still very heavy in the rotation. Still not tired of it. It still, sounds incredible to me. But I have managed
I got
to
a
pull,
joke about that.
I've managed to pull myself away from that album just enough to give the Conway album, its proper place in my rotation with You Can't Kill God with Bullets. What an immaculate piece of work that is, man. And we already talked about it. We reacted to it already. But since that reaction, it's continually, grown in my, my spin count. I've continually come back to it time and time again. Conway finally found that perfect balance of everything that he's great at doing. And pulled off like, one of the best albums of the year, honestly. Everything from, we all know that he's a superhero with the shit talk. He's invincible when it comes to like rhyming on the mic, but given that good balance of vulnerability, given that good balance of songs for the ladies with singers on the hook, giving us different sonics. Also that song New Devils with G Herbo.
Going into a live stream and seeing us playing a song that featured G Herbo was kind of jarring.
Wow.
Our last stream of 2025, he was bumping that as I joined the stream.
Insanity.
Good sign
Insanity.
It's just it just with Conway, I know that he's he's had projects where he's in his home base. He go with the Derringers and the Alchemists and whatever.
His safe space.
And then he'll venture out, with different producers and different sonics and different thematics. But in the past, I feel like when he's branched out to that, it hasn't always hit the way that this one hits. It hasn't landed the way that he stuck the landing on this album. And I'm just, like I said it before and I said it again, like I'll say it again now, having followed Conway's career for the, past several years, it's great to hear him in this space. It's great to hear him, really execute a project this way. It's great to see him get, some accolades and some attention, some spotlight from, publications like Billboard. Not that Billboard is like, not that we always pay attention to them, but it's the fact that they got, or he got their attention is incredible.
Yeah. So the art form, not some sucker shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So shouts to Conway. Other than that, been listening to a lot of Primo, been listening to a lot of, always Nas, but also a lot of Clipse and that new Doechii single. Been having it in heavy rotation, heavy replay value.
Talking.
It's just it. I mean, we'll talk about it. Well, actually, no, sorry. In the previous live, we talked about it, but as I said then, I'll say it again now. It's a perfect single. It's a perfect single. And I already got into the reasons why I think that in the live, but I'll just leave it at that. That Doechii and SZA, good shit from Doechii and SZA, man, for sure.
He does like timely music because it definitely encapsulated the conversation around Doechii, and then we had the whole situation with Aiden Ross and how that transitioned into Glasses Malone getting into a situation and basically doing a good job of protecting the culture. Because say what you want about good old Aiden, to me Aiden Ross. And it's not out, we don't really do this, but it needs to be said every now and again. Aiden Ross adds nothing to hip hop. He is a zero factor in hip hop, a zero-sum entity in hip hop. He's strictly the business of rap, which is a whole different thing, and how streamers play a role with the clout. And if you got to roll out and he has a built-in base, I understand the business. But
culture-wise,
his opinion on Doechii and anything cultural. And I think rap fans in 2026 and beyond need to start doing a very sharp job of separating the two. Rap music, the business of rap, and hip hop culture. Those are two different dichotomies. And he comes in and he gets to talking about hip hop culture. do what Glasses is doing. Immediately tell him to get the fuck out of here. He is a fly at the barbecue. Swat him. Get the electric swatter that kills him when you touch him. Get him the fuck out of here.
Electrocutioner.
He's the Vulture's final boss.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you see, I say that as a Vulture, yes, him. He is the final boss. And when you see niggas clicking up and having conversations and they doing diss songs, and if 6ix9ine feels safe enough to even be in the orbit, that should tell you everything you need to know. If 6ix9ine is standing directly next to this fucking guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever about 6ix9ine, but Adin Ross is a zero-sum factor in hip hop. If he gets to talking about anything hip hop related, or calling her an industry plant and shit like that, and we're not gonna pretend we haven't had those conversations here, but we had to just ask the question because of the sudden rise to fame, critical acclaim, and the sonical change. You know what I mean? And we had the conversation and we moved the fuck off. For Adin Ross to come out of left field with a person who's putting out quality music and she's not shaking her ass for the white people. She's making some hip hop shit.
Right.
We don't give a fuck what Adin Ross has to say. You know, I ain't no gangbanger. I'm not from the West Coast. I got no TDE affiliations. I'm just a hip hop nigga appreciating the hip hop shit. And I think we all need to unite in unison and tell Adin Ross to mind his fucking business. You want to talk about rap with the mainstream niggas? By all means, because they need you.
Facts.
But culture shit, mute this motherfucker. All right? I done said the F word like 5 times since talking about him. So that's how you know how serious I am.
That is, bro.
You know what I mean? And don't tell me, because he's white. No, I don't give a fuck. He's just, you can just tell by the way he talks, he adds nothing to this shit.
Not good for the game.
Not good for, thank you, Deanie.
Yeah.
I thought he was about to say something.
Nah, one more thing I want to add to the segment. It is the dead of winter. Whenever it gets this cold outside, got to pull out the Mobb Deep in the rotation.
That's a fact. That's a
Heavy
fact.
Mobb Deep. The recent album Infinite, I went back to Hell on Earth because that album just feels like a tundra.
Yeah.
That's a winter album right there, man. Oh man, Hell on Earth. Whew.
Yeah.
And to table it, because I didn't have this plan, but as I got it, once he mentioned Doechii, Adin Ross can leave us the fuck alone. Segment out the way. Deanie, what are you listening to?
I'm on the same boat as Sim, man. I'm listening to a lot of Clipse. I'm just spinning back to my Gibbs and Alchemist joint, Alfredo 2.
Okay.
And it's Conway. And shout out to you mentioning this is a Doechii joint. Doechii says a joint, because that joint's been getting a lot of rotation in my speaker too.
Really?
Yeah, bro. It's actually a really dope song. You know, Clipse.
Wow, Deanie.
Shout out to the Clipse drums. You know, so
You was the anti-Doechii guy at the
No,
table.
wasn't.
Yeah,
No, wasn't.
No, you're right.
No,
You're
I
right,
was
you're right.
I was on board from day one. On board from day one.
Trying to
But
catch
he
him
did.
up.
You see him? Really what it is, man, it's a lot of Clipse, a lot, man. I mean, we'll get into it as we proceed in the show.
For
but
sure.
you know, I went back and to the funeral. I went back to the Lord Willing. I went back to the Hell Have No Fury. I went back to like the Re-Up Gang tape. Shout out to the Re-Up Gang. Shout out to Ab Lava. Shout out to the Sandman. You know, Vasco P. Cold Chain. All those other dudes that were just in the mixer. But like,
A lot of people forget about that mixtape series. But carry
not
on.
the heads.
No,
not the
I know,
heads.
but a lot of other
That's
people.
going to be a
A lo-
keynote part of our
A
conversation.
lot of other people.
The niggas who remember, you know,
Yeah.
like and even the other drink. What's my drink? To the Casket Drops. You know, shout out to the drink with Killer.
That's the album niggas
like
forget
sleepers,
about, to be honest.
sleep like real, like at least 3 or 4 like real dope ass sleepers that really will like fuck up a mix when
like the
played in the right
retcon
spot. Shout out to them
album.
boys, as we seen. But like a lot of Conway too, man. Like specifically this last joint.
Hold on. That's,
Uh-oh.
that's a fire background.
Yeah.
DV?
Hard.
John with the interruption.
From the show.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I had to add it as
Shout
to my
out to
back.
the
Yeah, of
Clipse
course.
once again.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of Conway, just like certain songs on our album have just really been sticking with me, man. BMG's like been in constant rotation. 17.5. Shout out to Conductor. Came out with a last one to close out. And a lot of Freddie, man. The Alchemist joint. I even went back to Alfredo 1. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Alfredo 1. I'm really more of a bandana. You know what I'm saying? That's really what like brought me home. But
So you like Alfredo 2 more than Alfredo 1?
I do. I do. I think the chemistry, the artistry, the lyricism, and then again, being a fan of the culture, watching it live at the show, you know, like seeing them together, like it's palpable energy, bro. You can almost like grab the energy in the room, like the way they were moving the crowd. the way that the songs hit from the album live. You know, sometimes like, you know, Freddie's like an exceptional breath control artist. Like, so what you're getting on the record, you're getting in real time. So you just, the artistry, the sonics, the blend, seeing Alk in the cut, like in a little.
I really love Alfredo. I just can't, I can't connect to that album, bro.
Alfredo too is it.
It talks to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lemon Pepper Step.
The way I love Soul separately, bro. You know what I mean? And
me and you were lockstep.
I fucking love those albums.
Took off that anniversary, broke our hearts, but it's all good.
Yeah, like, broke your heart.
Yeah, I should have downloaded earlier. You know, you missed out. But yeah, a lot of Conway, a lot of Freddie, a lot of Clipse, and I can't lie, that Doechii says the joints begin rotation. I think we needed something at a little early in the year to kick it off for the ladies. That's why we didn't have our ladies segment in the awards. But if I'm not to say this would have changed the entire game,
Walt.
But that record is just dope. You know what I'm saying? Sonically a dope record. Visually, the video she put out for it, the little like,
you know
dope.
what's funny?
Energy is fire.
You mentioned the ladies, Deanie. Don't go far. Ain't that funny that we had a gentleman or a lady, I don't know, that got upset about our critique about Meg's stats or whatever. She was literally in the midst of rolling out with that single, and then she just disappeared. She went back.
She went back in love,
right? It just went back to the paparazzi pics of her and Clay.
That song was panned, by the way.
Right. So it's like niggas get mad at us for saying things, but then it's like, obviously the powers that be behind the scenes, all the vehicles that are behind Meg, they aborted the whole process.
She's got a rocket ship behind her. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it wrong. Like Shay and Seven, the guy that did some fire shit. There was some dope shit, but there was like, to have a real debate and battle, a lot of the ladies kind of took a break. Nikki's been on her whoa out there shit. You know, like shout out to Glow.
More on that later.
Watch it.
Cardi dropped the album. That's not particularly my favorite body of work, but she dropped some joints on it that a lot of people really fuck with. I always say like that is a part of the game, getting a lot of people to fuck with your shit. But like, yeah, like the game is going smooth. I feel like 2026, like my eyes are bright, my energy's up. I'm feeling like this is a great year coming out of this amazing 2025. Like I'm hyped to see what the year's bringing in. B, shout out to the Max B show niggas will be going to in a few weeks. Like I want to just see like, I want to see life brought back into the game. I want to see the talent talk more than just the bullshit numbers and just. I want to see like. I want to see people talking about hip hop the way they used to, like, and that, yo, you seen this, you heard this. I want the energy back, bro. Like, I want to feel like a kid again with this shit, B.
You want that feeling restored all the way.
You know what I'm saying? I want the restoration of this shit.
I like that.
Yeah.
And Dean, I'm glad you mentioned. Sorry, Joe. I just want to give Dean his props real quick. I'm glad you mentioned the live show. Anybody who follows Dean on IG, they seen his year-end stories. I don't think anybody went to more live music shows than Dean this year. That was such an epic compilation, bro.
I posted mine, and then he posted his.
This shit was epic, bro. That shit was epic.
Like all different genres of music too,
crazy,
man.
Dean.
From R&B.
I thought I did something.
You seen that, bro?
I thought I did something. He said, "Hold my beard, real quick."
Just epic,
I'm
Dean.
outside,
so,
bro.
salute Dean for supporting this shit.
Yo,
right before the New Year drop, I did a little compilation. Like,
I'm talking about what reggae show you went to.
I went to the Barris Hammond joint.
I didn't even know you went to that.
Well, I took my pops to the Barris Hammond. We got to see Marcia Griffin. Shout out to the queen of the dance hall. Went to Reggae Fest. That's what the shit that had fucking.
You had everybody up there.
Elephant Man, Shensia.
That was the shit on the West Side Highway on that side over
Barclays.
there. Really? You went to that?
Yes, bro. Like outside.
Yo,
nobody
went to more live shows than Dean. You would think he gets paid to do this shit, bro. That epic, epic.
You was trying to go. It was something over by like the Piers in Lower Manhattan. It was a reggae show, or was that 2020?
I did go to that. That was 2024.
Okay, that's what I was remembering. Okay,
another one. Shout out to Khaled.
Didn't love a live show.
Yo, so salute to Dean. Give him his flowers. Listen, I don't think nobody seen more live music and epic shows than Dean this year. Like. Salute,
my guy.
But as far as what I'm listening to, y'all know me. A little modern, a little pre-modern. So you know, I actually been, you know, Jov mentioned how I had been a fan of how we had been a fan of Busy Banks. You know, when his come up or when he was doing this thing.
Is Busy Banks back outside?
He's not.
Oh, I got
I
so
wish.
excited.
Ready.
I got so
wish.
excited.
That's
I
the
wish.
feeling I'm talking about. The energy that you just had when he mentioned that's the restoration I
So
want to see. B.
I was getting
Cook
into my
mix.
Busy Banks bags. You know, he dropped a few loosies. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about the classic GMTO series 1 and 2. Busy was really. I thought he was like the next Fab, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was about to be like that, fill that spot for the city. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed going back amongst his old music. Also, y'all seen we threw 22G's up in our nominees for verse of the year. So I was getting into the 22G's bag as well. Just the whole Brooklyn drill. I was like, I don't know, you know, it moved so fast. We went from Brooklyn to Bronx to none, it seems like. But I was giving the whole Brooklyn drill its proper run. Busy, 22, Chef G's, or Chef G, obviously Pop, Favi's classic music. The Favi that don't even be on DSPs like YouTube Favi. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely in that bag as far as like the modern. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, this was a little run, and I wish they had some smarter people involved, a couple of OGs that was able to wrangle them and kind of make more of it than it ended up becoming. But you know that 2-3 year run was epic. A lot of good music came out of it. Classic, I'm not gonna lie, I was in my Capital Punishment bag this week. Big Pun's first album, super classic. Everybody should know it. It brought me back.
Oh, my bad.
Give me a pause, please.
Why would?
I was just listening to Mix talk.
So I was getting into my Big Pun bag. It brought me back to when I first heard that album. And I always say this about Big Pun. He's not my GOAT. He's not even in my top 5. But there was no rapper that when I first listened to.
Pun? You know some dickhead.
Right.
He's ready to fight over Pun too, bro.
There was no rapper who I thought was the greatest rapper ever when I first heard them, like Big Pun. When I first heard Beware, Flawless Victory, y'all niggas can't do shit to me. From the first 10 or so tracks all the way up to You Came Up, I thought this was the greatest rapper I'd ever hear in my entire life. I was probably 14, so this might have been like 05, you know what I'm saying? When I first heard that Big Pun album, I said, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
So in 05, how'd you get put onto the 'cause it came out in 98.
You know, Double XL used to run in their magazine like classic record reports where they go back to all the people who made albums and they would talk to, you know, the producers, the homies, the record label boss. If the rapper's still alive, they would talk about the rapper. They started off, the first one ever was Machiavelli.
Okay.
They did Ready to Die.
Okay.
Then they did Capital Punishment. And you know, just the way they were all in awe and speaking about the album, you know what I mean? I don't got no big brothers. My pops was an old head. So that was kind of like my venture into, you know, magazines, and word of mouth was the way I kind of discovered a lot of older music coming up.
Before you finish that, Mace, let me just shout out to Minnesota Money Boss, friend of the table, who's actually produced. Still, not a
I'm not a player.
On the
say
Capital
that.
Punishment
Say
album.
that.
So shout
Salute
out to
that.
Big Bronx,
and salute to the
Soundview.
round table. What?
You already know what it is.
Been on the show.
Yes.
Yes.
Old team.
Yes.
Right. OG table.
Shout out
you
to
know?
the homie. Cook
We've been doing this. But yeah, so I was getting into it. Obviously, Dream Shatterer, You Came Up.
Word.
You Not a Killer. Like, it's so much. And it just brought me back to when hearing Big Pun for the first time and just feeling almost scared for my favorite rappers. Like, real talk. When I heard it, I was like, yo, like, Lloyd Banks ain't this fucking nice.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Lyrical
you know what I'm
dexterity,
saying?
man.
Like,
Incredible.
just incredible MC.
And the level
Incredible.
of believability with the Terror Squad niggas, knowing what we know now.
Exactly.
It adds more weight to those lyrics.
Exactly. Super goons. You know what I mean? Shout to Prospect.
And Pun wasn't exactly the kindest guy himself. You know, he's a solid nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you
So,
know that.
Shout out to Pun.
You know that. Salute
Big
to Pun.
uptown.
And just, you know, it took a little bit of the luster off because you know what happened with Yeah Baby making that album as he was passing away. You know what I mean? Kind of a thrown together album. But Capital Punishment is as good as it gets, brother. I'm not gonna lie. And just thinking about the time that dropped, you know what I mean? Hove at his height, DMX at his height, you know what I mean? And it make me wish I was there when that shit first dropped. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Don't get me talking.
incredible MC.
That's why, like,
don't get me
these young,
talking, 'cause I was
young
there, bro.
whippersnappers don't understand why we talk the way we talk. Why the chopped cheesers talk the way we talk. because we lived in the greatest era multiple times over.
Yeah, man.
There's niggas like Sin as an example who was old enough to appreciate everything, who had 94 through 96, 98 through 01, 89 through 92. Like, you know how many eras we was really the best at this shit? You know what I mean? Or if not best, on our way to being the best. You could argue the West Coast still had it late 80s, early 90s. Just because I don't want to upset anybody. You know what I mean? But living through all of these eras, of course we gonna talk hella fire shit.
Man. We had our runs,
Listen,
heavy
man.
runs, man.
I mean, Mason put the battery in my back already, man. Like that Capital Punishment.
Man.
That's a 5 mic album. It's not a perfect album, but still, like that's a 5 mic fucking album. For it, like you said, like first of all the intro with the kid from what was
Fresh.
From Fresh. Oh,
The
man.
Punisher, homie.
Punisher be taking out all y'all superheroes. He be going bam, 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 bam. And then you hear the lion roar, and then the beat to beware.
Beat the beware, bro. Haunting, bro. Fucking haunting.
Yo, the perfect time, perfect way to set off that album.
We can't make this shit up.
Tres Leches with Prodigy
Pun-
and Inspector
Pun goes
Deck,
so hard
and he
on that
destroys
intro.
both of them.
And then look, because all right, so there's
Rap
P,
Roundtable.
Inspector Deck, but then also Black Thought. To this day,
Icons lyrically, man.
to this day, people will say Black Thought is the greatest lyricist of all time. There's people that say that.
Here we go.
There are people that do say that.
Say it, Sam.
Big Pun on that song with Black Thought,
Super lyrical.
super lyrical, destroys Black
to
Thought.
ass.
Body.
Like this, like
Body.
it's like a first round knockout. It wasn't even close.
Destruction.
Bro.
It's real destruction,
It
bro.
was not even close, bro. And this is the shit that
he's
gets
not
me
capping,
like,
bro.
To this day, I'm like, why does Pun not get mentioned more? Why does he not get the props that he
got-
100% deserves?
You know, that's a great question because, and oh man, I'm afraid to say because I don't want to upset niggas. But
Nah, say it because I think we're both in the same
I
boat.
come in peace. Please don't kill me. You know, it's interesting that you asked that question because Big offered 2 albums. Now, this is not an apples to apples comp, but I'm just saying, Big gets offered 2 albums, GOAT status.
Right.
There's still corners of hip hop that will look at Big as the GOAT.
Yeah.
Whereas Pun, let's say an album and a half, because the second album he passed away, he never really got to see it through. At least you can say Big got to see Life After Death through before his passing.
Right.
But why doesn't Pun get put in these conversations? He had the hits. He moved units. Maybe he didn't move as much units, but he moved units.
Right.
He was a presence. He was a lyrical animal. Well, like, why doesn't he get?
And it can't
put
be
in
a
that
weight
I've
thing
heard
because
Pun-
Biggie was the big dude. So like, where you know, like,
Was it because Big was already, again, respectfully, as like the quote fat rapper? Was it a situation where it felt like Pun was getting that he wasn't getting his due because that
No,
market
I
was
think-
covered
the
already?
Puff Gloss too.
So
The pause.
I think there's a
Puff
couple.
Gloss pause was underappreciated as time has gone along.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the second album, yeah, Baby.
Because Baby Oil done ruined Gloss.
Yeah, I know.
As you were saying.
I know. Pause. Damn it, man. I immediately
wasn't ready
paused. Immediately. On record.
Baby Oil done ruined the word
Yeah.
Gloss, okay?
Man.
Especially,
I wasn't ready for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think, with the comparison to Big, Life After Death, double album,
So epic.
monstrous,
so many
epic.
hits.
so many hits, so many street
Quotables.
records, the primo joints. Like, it was so well rounded and perfectly executed. And of course, the bad boy Hitman, That Machine, Puff. And it was complete. Big passed away due to a tragedy, due to violence. It wasn't because of his health,
Right. That was my point.
Big was taken from us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Pun's health was deteriorating, and you could hear it on Yeah Baby.
Yeah.
So is that his health was deteriorating. The album does not even come close to comparing to Life After Death. Like, we're not even gonna have that conversation. And he didn't, obviously the machine that is Bad Boy and Puff.
Yeah.
Terror Squad would, they did their thing, but it wasn't Bad Boy.
Right.
So I think I think there's a few factors that go into like why
mixture.
Pun
The Bad Boy
is not seen like big.
The Bad Boy shadow that they cast was very wide. 97, 98. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like by the round 2000, like the luster was kind of gone. Let's say 97, 98, early 99. Bad Boy was very much a big shadow you had to deal with. And they had records that really just, it was difficult, bro.
R&B
because it wasn't
artists,
just
rappers,
Biggie. Biggie passed. You had Mase. You had Puff Daddy and the Family,
Locks.
and Big Slocks. You had big singles, and you had the R&B records you had to contend with too. You know what I mean? So the Faith records,
Carl Thomas,
the total Carl Thomas, as you just said.
Shit.
There was a lot going on with Bad Boy during that time, and it was difficult.
112.
It was like I saw. Imagine if you remove Bad Boy out the equation, a song that's still not a play might be a diamond single,
Yeah,
but because you
no
had
question.
to contend with a Bad Boy, it's still out of play. It still was a massive smash.
Operating from them old school singles, you know what I'm saying? Them samples and flipping them.
Yeah.
Or imagine if you just have Joe, Big Pun, and you have like Diddy doing the ad-libs, just throwing that little Diddy, the little Bad Boy energy on it, much like how Kim was assigned to Bad Boy.
Yeah.
But just having Puffy on No Time, how that it elevated.
It gave it the energy.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's difficult to for them to break through the way they could have broke it through. So I hear all of that. That was great selections. You know what I mean? This was for the record. This is supposed to be a quick segment. We always end up getting yapping about what we
love
listening
rap,
to.
man.
But you know, I'm gonna keep it real simple on my end. I'm listening to Clipse. You know, I went to that show.
Case closed.
Yeah, period.
I went to that show. Credit to the Clipse for the way they formatted the show, what songs they opened with,
Yeah.
how they came out big energy, and then they slowed down, then they mashed the gas, and they get you emotional at the end. Because the Birds Don't Sing always gets me for personal reasons. I'm not gonna divulge,
Straight
but that
to the
song
heart.
talks to me. Then like they make you think it's over. Then they come out, you know what I mean? And great energy for the show. But then they got me. I went back to Let God Sort Them Out because I was spinning Conway heavily. But leaving that show, I had to go back to the Clipse album. And I'm like, this album is amazing.
Man.
Do I love every song the same? No. You know what I mean? There's songs that I love a lot. There's songs that I like. But I'm like, this is a great body of work. Shout out to the homie Steph that we bumped into at the McDonald's.
Salute to the
show.
homie. Cool dude.
And he was asking me, and I'm gonna get in trouble for this one too. He was asking me if like what album is better between GNX and Let God Sort Them Out. And I said, I got Let God Sort Them Out by this much. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I just feel like, you know, shout out to Kendrick. And it's like, we live in a world where you just can't even have opinions anymore. And it's always like some kind of like ulterior motive. We got accused for chasing clicks and engagement baiting. And I'm like, bro, if you look at our likes and our retweets, what about the rap round tape? Well, I'm gonna talk a little shit for a second. What about the rap round table tells you that we need to engagement bait? We don't chase views. Our views are very consistent. Our likes and our retweets on Twitter, just go read our tweets. They're very consistent. When we get on certain topics, it's gonna go up. When we get on certain topics, it's not gonna do as well. We don't have to chase shit, right? But I want to put that out to say that I'm not saying this because I want to upset Kendrick fans. I just think that is a total body of work. I think that Let God Sort Them Out is this. You see, you can't even see it. It's this much better than GNX, and I think that's a good problem to have. We need to get back to having rap opinions. Fuck the internet for a second on a show that's on the internet. You know what I mean? That when we get back to a position where we could talk about music and have real conversations, real debates, without it being some kind of ulterior motive. I think the internet and the way that it's been positioned and how clout is weaponized by others like Aiden Ross, to talk about him earlier, to where you can't have opinions about music anymore. That before, where I say Deanie's a better rapper than Sin, we would have a whole, I could debate that. Sin and I spent hours arguing Jay-Z and Nas just because we love this shit. But if we throw some of our older opinions about Jay-Z and Nas on the internet, it's gonna be looked at as a clout chase. And I'm like, if we respect the art form and we love this hip hop shit, we love this rap shit, can we get back to a place where we could talk about rap without it being some other shit? And maybe it's an age thing, because people in the 40s like ourselves, we grew up that way. We grew up debating this shit. We grew up listening to nice niggas. So it was a real conversation about, this person's better than that person, or who is your favorite Wu-Tang member?
And then there was explanations. Like we didn't just say it and just leave it on the table. Like usually, why you think that? And then you would break down the reasons why you believe so.
Some niggas thought Inspector Deck was nicer than Jizza. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lyrically, a lot of people had Inspector Deck up in the air.
All right.
He's nice, man.
We had life so good that these were real conversations. Yeah. Imagine the Jay-Z and DMX arguments in the late 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Or like a big pun conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too, it's like like you said, it's a good problem to have, because if we're in a place where it's like one person far and away, the best at everything, just case closed. You know what I mean? And there's no competition. What's the fun in that? That's not good.
That's boring.
You know what I mean?
You know
like
what I mean?
we want there to be enough talent and enough, excellence out there to where we can have these conversations.
And I believe right now in rap we do have enough talent.
It's been better than it's been like in years, bro.
But we live in such a super fan era where even the most marginal fan base, they'll still operate like super fans. If Jov says Masito is nicer than Dini, the Dini super fans are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't know shit about music."
Right.
And pull your card. And pull your hip hop card. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Masito's out here. He the most lyrical nigga. He's going platinum, this and that. He's respecting the art form, and he's getting mainstream love. You're doing the same. Why aren't we talking about the music? That is the question.
Facts.
And let's transition that into this Verzuz shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to the Clipse, right? And we had a moment, I can admit, in the office, like in the audience, coming out of there, we was on a high.
Yeah.
A little bit.
The tweet got thrown out there that Clipse could beat OutKast in the Verzuz. We got our asses racial. I'm like, again, we love this internet shit. Don't get it twisted. We love this rap shit. We love this internet shit. So I understood that when I hit send on that tweet, that this is gonna start. It's gonna ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
So much so that I muted the conversation as soon as I hit send. Because the thing is, I didn't feel like arguing with niggas. I felt how I felt. I talked to my guys. We kind of was on the same accord at the time.
Like,
I hit send.
Shouts to Walt. Like, I don't know how he found that.
niggas
we would love to see it.
So,
yo, being in that kind, like, body parts that hurt from standing that long just started to just feel naturally better, bro. The music was like ointment.
These
like,
niggas was 2 hours late. Granted, the show wasn't gonna start at 7. But I was thinking maybe they'll get on the stage around 8:15. These niggas didn't get on the stage until like 9:04. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out.
shouts to rappers.
Right.
But when they got on that stage, man, and that chains and whips cut on.
All right.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Dean.
Opening record.
So I want to clarify some things before we get into the actual topic. I hit send, I muted the conversation. I knew what the response would be because let's be clear. OutKast, all-time great rap group. I think as far as greatest rap groups of all time goes, I think it's Wu-Tang, it's OutKast fighting it out day to day in a pocket universe somewhere, and then there's every other group. You could probably throw Mobb Deep in that. Throw Mobb Deep in the GOAT group.
Depends on your era. Some people say EPM. You know
Maybe.
what I'm saying?
I think Mobb, Wu, and OutKast. You're right. Some people say that, but if we're being truthful within ourselves, it's those three groups having a knife fight day to day, and then it's every other group.
Yeah.
And the thing that upsets me, and I'm going first in this topic because I was the one who caused the problem, so it's only right that I go first. What bothers me about this Verzuz conversation, and it happens every single time, is that you could say person A or group A can beat such and such in a Verzuz, and people's immediate response is something along the lines of the person that you think is going to lose is resume or their impact on legacy. I don't know why niggas immediately default to like I thought, or the rap roundtable thinks that OutKast isn't the GOAT group or isn't in the GOAT pantheon of groups. When did a Verzuz battle dictate who GOATs are?
Well, I mean, I think that's everybody. That's probably going to be everybody's gut reaction.
Okay.
They're only putting top-notch heads on Verzuz. So
People aren't going to think about it.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking we're talking about elites here. You know what I'm saying?
People aren't going to think about it in like we're talking about tweets. So They read a tweet. Immediately, their brain is just gonna break it down to zeros and ones.
But why
somebody's a one, somebody's a zero. OutKast is gonna be their one.
Okay,
So that's it.
but saying hot take Clipse can be Verzuz, Clipse can be OutKast in the Verzuz, doesn't mean that OutKast is no longer a GOAT, or somehow this platform doesn't believe that OutKast are the GOATs. I don't understand that thinking, because we've, in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong for speaking for everyone, I think we've learned over the last few years of Verzuz battles that what takes place on the stage between the two entities who are in that Verzuz battle doesn't actually represent the careers of both acts. We just saw with No Limit versus Cash Money. This in no universe is No Limit more successful as an entity, group, label, whatever the fuck you want to call it, crew, than Cash Money. Cash Money has multiple eras of lapping No Limit.
Yep.
Whether it was the original Hot Boy era or the YMCMB era, they have been more successful. They've been more impactful. The culture, whatever you want to call it,
the artists.
They clear No Limit. But when they got on that Verzuz stage, a large majority of the people said that No Limit won that Verzuz battle.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the success that Cash Money accrued
is eliminated,
doesn't exist anymore? Yeah. I don't think so.
Good point, Joe.
But the Verzuz stage and the live audience Verzuz, not the pandemic Verzuz. Because before the pandemic Verzuz was just, you niggas is in the room, you play your songs, you have a digital sound clash. And in a lot of cases, the more successful act won. Because whatever, popular opinion dominates. But then when you started bringing a live audience into the equation, certain type of music usually won those situations.
Yeah.
People swore that Jeezy was gonna lose to fucking Gucci Mane. What happened?
Smoked.
People realized that Gucci had both street and mainstream hits, and as the battle got into the teens, as far as song for song, remember it's 20 verse 20? Oh shit, Jeezy got a lot to say. Dipset versus
The Lox.
The Lox showed you that having feet on ground, street records, the streets it means more than anything a commercial success could do in that particular audience. So I bring that around full circle to the Clipse take that I tweeted. I'm accepting responsibility for that. And Tony the Dome, you ain't have to put my name on that. Like, I was corny. You know what I mean? I want to make that 100% clear. That was 100% corny. Like, you atting me and saying, oh, Jav did this and that. Like, bro, my nigga.
That was unnecessary.
Unnecessary. That's absolutely unnecessary, bro. The Rap Roundtable tweeted it. Leave it at that. Don't fucking at me and tag me in some fucking conversation. Super unnecessary. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because I'm never going rogue against my brothers. So to attach my name to it specifically when it came from the Roundtable page, if I hit send on it on that particular tweet, it's because niggas talked about it.
Facts.
Right.
So I'm looking at the clips and I'm like, and Sin was kind of thinking it, and Deanie was kind of thinking it.
Also, sorry, let's not move on so fast because
Okay.
I mean, because just 6 months ago, like I was the one that came
That's right.
to
that's
this
right.
table.
That's right. Greatest rapping duo.
Talking about how Clipse needs more flowers. They need to be recognized, if not as the best rapping duo of all time, one of the best. But I said the best rapping duo. It wasn't Verzuz, it was the best rapping duo. That caused a whole kerfuffle too. So
fuck Bomani.
So right.
I was thinking it.
So for Tony to be like, oh, this sound like Job. Why didn't it sound like me? I'm the one that said it 6 months ago.
True indeed.
And it's like, is that piling on? And remember the first time Tony got in trouble with that whole Ludacris shit.
Tone. Bow.
When he hopped on a wave that we ignited. And I said something, and he was, oh, my wife, remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
You did it again, Tony. When you hopped on a wave that was, you could say is negative in our direction, and then you put my name on it. That's kind of like snitching, gang. You know what I mean? Not cool.
Him did.
So I make the tweet, and I'm thinking about what a live audience will respond. Not fuck OutKast, they're overrated. Nobody on this panel will say some stupid shit like that. OutKast, GOAT group, we'll debate 3 Stacks versus Big Boy. and 3 Stacks individual status as a GOAT MC.
Yeah.
But as a group entity, them niggas is the GOAT. Like, and if they're not the GOAT, they're 2 or 3 depending on the mood we in on that day.
Yeah.
Okay? But when we heard them songs, and then we heard some of the classics, and I'm like, you know, in a Verzuz arena, some of the records that the Clipse are affiliated with, it'll be hard to compete with these niggas. Cause we had already seen Pusha live, but seeing these niggas live, and it was an
Together
argument,
is different.
Yeah,
right? And the arguments about OutKast stage show and things of that nature. I'm like, yeah, the Clipse might not be the most boisterous group, but they're in sync on that stage. They are 2 pure MCs. Like, they remind me of like borderline late 80s MCs, the way they control the stage. They are true microphone checks. Like, them niggas is there. Like, yo,
Yeah.
we got it under control. We don't got to do none of the extras. No backtrack. We got it. Just play the fucking beat.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? And I'm hearing some of these joints and I'm like, whoa. In a Verzuz, a Hot Damn come on, it's gonna be hard to compete with that. A fucking What Happened to That Boy, it's gonna be hard to compete with that. The joint with Ken, what was it?
Popeyes.
Popular
Demand.
Popular Demand, thank you. It's gonna be hard. And things they didn't even really fully empty the clip. The
Nah, there was plenty
fucking
joints in the
I'm
top.
Not You. Like, I'm having them, I'm like, yo.
God damn.
In a Verzuz. Yes, OutKast had bigger records. But hear me out. Early 90s, mid 90s OutKast, they might have enough. Dungeon Family, they might have enough. Might. But then you still have the Neptune's bag, the feature bag, shit like that. Push your solo bag. I'm like, if you get late in the game, does a Hey Ya ring off? In a Verzuz. That's all I'm asking. There's a Rose, big records. There's a Roses hit in a Verzuz always with the hip hoppiest niggas. Because it's not, Verzuz audience is not,
Right.
It's not for white people. Sorry, Walt. It's not a white audience. You know what I mean?
Like a Simon Jackson.
It's not a mainstream audience.
Usually kill a crowd would probably not have the same effect.
Right.
In that
We've learned that the live Verzuz is for the heads.
For the
Yeah.
heads,
The
bro.
heads come out for that. So I'm just saying, like, how do those big OutKast smashes ring off in a Verzuz?
Bombs over Baghdad, like
I don't know.
yeah.
I just don't know. That don't mean that they weren't
I think
platinum
Bombs Over
singles.
Baghdad
How those
has
records-
the energy
Yeah, it does.
to win around.
Okay.
Yeah. Bombs Over Baghdad has that energy.
And there's strategy involved. You know what I
Depending
mean?
on what record gets played,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
If fucking Exodus come out,
They don't.
Well,
OutKast
okay.
don't really make. I
So-
mean, they got elevators. The elevators will always fuck up a room to me. Like
Here- all right.
that's a super
So
classic.
here's where I want to come in.
okay, talk about it.
I don't know about elevators, honestly. I love
bro.
possibly my
Might
favorite.
be my favorite. OutKast. song.
OutKast song.
I think
Elevators is
Aquemini OutKast got a conversation. Like,
huge.
you know what I mean?
Aquemini and After,
Yes.
right? But AT Aliens and Southern Playalistic,
Nah.
OutKast, I don't.
Too
I
groovy.
love those songs. Like I swear to God, in '94, Players Ball, bought the single, fucking abused that single in my Walkman. It was cassette players. You know what I mean? Abused it in my Walkman. Played it over and over again. Love that song to this day. Southern Playalistic, love that song to this day. But as Job said, in a Verzuz, I don't know how well those songs would really move the crowd. You know, I think the crowd movers out of OutKast come from Aquemini and thereafter. You have Rosa Parks, you have Skewed
Yeah.
on the Barbie.
Yeah.
You have Bombs Over Baghdad. You know, now obviously you have So Fresh So Clean.
Yes.
Now
Jackson.
you have
Sorry, Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. you
That
got
goes
So
to
Fresh,
two
So
automatic
Clean.
wins.
Now, but
Depending
is it?
Depends on what,
the-
Dean.
But is it? No, let's talk about it. But
in
is
the
it?
street, in the
These
street.
are the
I'll-
in the street what? Because that one verses you talking about with the Locks and Dipset was the one street verses. We had a verses right after with Ja Rule and Fat Joe.
I mean,
and Fat Joe got destroyed.
I
with
would kind of
street
call
records.
this shit with
Because-
Cash Money in them a street
Yeah,
joint though.
Fat Joe
I was
got
in the South when this shit
destroyed.
happened,
I love
bro.
Fat. Look, hold on. I love Fat
Okay.
Joe, but Fat Joe is
got
not the
cooked.
caliber of artist
He's
that
not.
we're
Got
talking
cooked.
about
The-
right
the
now.
And
highs of Ja
Ja,
was just too
is
high.
not OutKast.
And the thing
These
is,
are essential all-time hip-hop records we're talking
well,
about.
we gotta talk about the Ja shit for a second. It was a lot of lies told about Ja Rule in real time about some of his songs. The I'm Real, we know that's some sap shit.
yeah.
But Ja Rule's full body of work, he got some shit.
He got some joints, bro.
So it's like people pretend that Ja Rule was just making sap shit. You know what I mean? But if you go through the body of work, with the exception of what, like the I'm Real and the
I cry, you cry,
yeah,
that type of
but
shit.
that was street shit. The chicks in the hood love that record.
They do.
The
They
joint
do.
with Lil without you know, I mean, the hood, the niggas maybe not so much, but the ladies did.
Vinny, you know, you got
At the end of the day, they
Holla.
all
You had
good records.
joints.
What the Clipse gonna do with the International Players Anthem?
Lose.
Well, okay, okay.
they're gonna lose that
No,
round.
not losing that
I was about to
They're not
get to
losing
that
that round.
The Clipse, you
because
saying?
I didn't.
They're
The
not
Clipse, no, the
beating
Clipse
international.
losing that
He's-
round.
he's
That's what I'm saying. The
gonna
Clipse
lose
gonna
the
lose that
round.
round.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's 20
I
rounds
didn't-
though, dog.
So
You heard, like-
usually when I see a topic like this ahead of time, I would put some playlists
Okay,
together.
okay,
I would,
let's
you
talk
know,
about it, let's talk about
But I didn't have time for all that. So, but
What a curveball,
but
Buster.
thank God. That's why I
Like,
say
Sim's always
usually.
ready.
Usually, but shouts to Apple Music because they
Yeah.
always have the essentials playlist. You know what I mean? So I'm going through the, and this is not by any means like the definitive OutKast. I'm not saying that Apple Music has the definitive
Probably just
OutKast
picking popular
playlist
joints.
or Clipse playlist, but in lieu of not having my own playlist, I'm going off of this, right? Now, Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean, those are going to be tough to beat, but again, on a versus stage, are those songs that are going to have that versus kind of energy?
Because by
is
that
what
logic, we
I think we're
would have
asking.
thought the Dipset would have smoked the Locks by that logic.
Exactly.
But the streets got
Now,
involved.
International Players Anthem, however,
Okay.
because
Don't
like
compare
I had
Dipset to
not
OutKast.
thought of that ahead of time.
That's criminal. Bro.
I was
That's
thinking
criminal.
of solely OutKast songs. But this is the UGK International Players Anthem
Yeah.
featuring OutKast.
It counts.
Fire.
Absolute one.
It's a part of
Clipse has nothing that's gonna beat that song.
It's gonna eat. It's gonna eat.
That is one of the most culturally significant songs.
No question.
Pusha does have
Of
an
all
incredible feature bag, but Andre 3000 is like one of the top 3 feature artists ever.
But what you're doing now is we're talking about music.
Shout out to Mase.
Mase is unpacking that as much as people completely recoiled at this hot take. This shit is not as far-fetched as it seems when you start really doing the knowledge about the music.
And
I agree with that.
And this is ultimately my point. Getting over to the Clip side, because people want to make it out to be like a wash. I don't think this will be a wash. I think ultimately probably OutKast will win, but I don't think it would be a wash. And I think Clipse, if they were to play their cards right in this fictional versus, I think they might have a shot. Because I mean, grinding.
Could go against a lot of joints that
Grinding is their automatic win.
Listen,
Nothing's beating grinding. I'm not gonna hold you.
Keys Open Doors.
for the
When you hear that,
streets.
hot damn,
God
when you
damn.
hear that live, Virginia, as soon as the chords for Virginia cut on, like that's a whole different feeling. Popular Demand we talked about, but where I think the Clipse has an advantage, and I'm sorry, Mase, Andre does have a good feature bag, but he has no solo discography.
Sure.
Pusha T's solo discography, if that is in play, which I think it would be, Nostalgia, Drug Dealers Anonymous, Numbers on the Boards, fucking Exodus.
Yeah.
Mase taking a sip.
Some
Shit,
joints up there.
man.
Some joints up there.
I mean,
Kanye
anyone-
bag.
Runaway, Runaway, the Kanye.
So
joint.
Paul, he could
So
break. He
Paul.
on the song. He could break that out.
See, it's not
a
far fetched,
lot, yeah.
yo. It
It's a
really
lot of
is
heat.
not far fetched.
And it's like this whole recoil to be like, oh, Clipse. Nah, they wasn't. Oh, because that's the argument now. Oh, where was all of this Clipse adulation etc., etc.
That shit pisses
Niggas
me
is
off.
bandwagoners.
If it took you 40 years to come
That
to this
shit pisses
No. These
Da-da-da-da.
niggas ain't dropped an album since 2009.
Come
You know how
on,
much
bruh.
shit has happened since 09,
The
nigga?
whole game shifted.
That shit really pisses me off, especially from certain people I feel should know better. But I know they always have to win an argument.
Yeah.
It like you're telling me that a group that has not dropped, or any artist that hasn't dropped material in 15 years, and you're saying, oh, this time last year y'all wasn't talking about them.
That's not even true because
or 2 years ago you wasn't talking about
as a
5 years ago.
podcast,
First of all, we
love the Clipse.
we bring them up all the time.
All the time.
We bring up the Clipse or Pusha T all the time.
They're like the top 3 duo we mentioned here. It'd be OutKast, Mobb Deep, and them. That's like the typical.
But even if that were true, even if we hadn't mentioned the Clipse in a long time, excuse me, it stands to figure they hadn't dropped anything in 15 years, and 15 years after the last time that they dropped, for them to and remember when we were talking about the lead up, the rollout to the album, the lead up, and we were nervous.
Yeah.
We were concerned. We were like, what if it doesn't live up? What if they don't really
What is it
deliver?
living up
What if-
to?
What,
Is Pharrell gonna be all right?
What if it doesn't execute? What if they don't execute it
Yeah.
the way that we want them to? You know what I mean? What if they don't stick the landing? And they fucking stuck the landing.
Drop the
That's why
classic.
we're talking about them the way that we are.
And I'm gonna say this right now: if you weren't familiar with how great the Clipse were before they took a 15-year hiatus, it says a lot about you than anything else that we could say about ourselves.
Bro,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
podcast didn't exist in 2009, but if it did, we would have been talking
about it.
about the Clipse like every other episode.
Come on, bro.
It just so happens that this podcast debuted 10 years after
In the great rap
the last
depression.
Clipse album that dropped.
Right.
But the
You know
nigga
what I
that
mean?
was active was spoken about a lot, which is Push.
Ad nauseum.
Yeah,
Thank you, Deanie. So, it's interesting that people responded the way they responded, and I knew they would. I didn't think they would be this mad.
They were mad.
But like this whole idea that, it's not a conversation, it's not a this, it's not a that. Stop conflating all-time greatness with what happens on a Verzuz stage. Master P had a great moment against Cash Money.
Yeah.
20
Birdman
songs, bro.
went home and he slept well because of the success that Cash Money accrued over the years. That shit don't change. It's a moment in time.
You had a better
It's a
20
night.
songs.
Right. You had a better 20
Out of your
because
20.
at the end of the day, strip it all away. A Verzuz is a cool way of saying a sound clash.
Yeah.
And in a sound clash comes with strategy, understanding the audience, and what works on a live stage in front of a very specific audience.
And let me not forget the mixtape run. Because we
Re-Up
saw
Gang.
the Re-Up Gang mixtapes would also play a factor. You know what I mean? And if you want to say mixtapes won't count, tell that to the Locks. Tell that to Jadakiss.
Yep.
The single greatest Verzuz moment came off of a mixtape freestyle. And
And the second greatest moment was a feature he did on a Ja Rule song. You know what I mean?
There we go.
and so, there's a couple of X factors there on Clipse' side that OutKast wouldn't have. OutKast, clearly, the bigger hits, the I could say the more important hits. You know what I mean? Culturally, International Players Anthem, Sorry Miss Jackson, So Fresh So Clean.
Major.
Like that bag, they have it. You know what I mean? It's solidified for them there. But the slightly more underground shit, which will play a factor in the Verzuz, it could sway an audience.
The hard shit always hit better in the verses.
It do.
Right.
Why we pretend like we don't know that? The hard shit always plays better in the verses. You know what I mean? Like the niggas talking about the No Limit songs. Some of the hardest No Limit songs, niggas was celebrating that shit the day after the verses.
Yeah.
The harder songs always does better. Go ahead, Mase.
I disagree, guys. I disagree. I'm not gonna lie.
Cook.
I understand where y'all
What do you
coming
disagree
from,
with
right?
for the sake of clarity?
I disagree with a few things. I disagree. I think the OutKast songs are being underrated in favor of the Clipse song. Like, you can't say, the Players Ball not gonna hit and then bring up a Clipse mixtape record, in my opinion.
Players Ball.
Like comparing big name songs to
Nah, some of them just not, bro.
I don't
International
think
Players Club is gonna hit. That's a win in every versus. That's a win. But you don't think Rosa Parks might? Sorry, Miss Jackson.
I think
saying,
y'all,
depending on the crowd, that could take them
this
out
what
the
I'm
game.
saying.
Hey,
I feel like
y'all winning the round in the verses.
Listen, what I'm
it
what I'm
might,
saying,
bro. This what I'm. These are. I understand what you're saying, but Dipset is not OutKast, right?
Some sugar.
Dipset is
DMX and Snoop. Think about what songs these rounds song. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm gonna let you. You know what?
I'm gonna let you cook.
No. I'm gonna let you finish your point. Go ahead. But then I'm gonna address what he just said. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying. Like OutKast is different than Dipset. They different than the Locks.
That's a fact.
OutKast is like an iconic music group outside of hip hop. OutKast is one of the iconic groups in music history.
Right.
So I think the attachment to these songs is a lot greater than you're giving credit
Who's
for.
attached to these songs?
What
General Republic? Hold on. What demographic is attached to these songs?
I didn't want to go there, bro. I didn't want to go
The
there.
fact that Sid knew where I was going right away. I've been doing this too long.
I'm like,
I feel like y'all can't write off OutKast like that.
What demographic is attached to these songs?
damn.
Every demographic.
No.
Every demographic.
I'm muting my Twitter.
They went double diving, bro. Every demographic.
I want none of this smoke.
And the audience that you're talking about is a very
Make sure you don't play none of them songs in your phone.
No, I don't play none of them songs in my phone. But when you look at the overall picture, you know what I'm saying? OutKast and Clipse are a lot farther than Dipset and the Locks. Like these songs are like
This is true.
They're global artists.
You got
so
this.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So the only
You're
thing
right.
you have going for you is okay,
streets.
if OutKast fucks up, if they not a unit, if they play the wrong songs, like you have to cripple OutKast in order to put the Clipse on the same side as them, in my opinion.
I mean, they
So you saying it's a wash on the versus stage?
Hold on.
Mason, he got 12-8.
Listen. We don't have to cripple OutKast. OutKast is already kind of crippled.
Right. And
Shout out to flute albums and piano albums.
That's my point, right? If there's anybody who would
the big
show
boy
up
solo act
and not like
solo
each
run
other,
could be enough to fill out the track list.
Kryptonite would be a problem.
I'm glad Mason's pushing back. This is the pushback we would be dealing with anyway. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you.
This is all in fun, everybody.
This is a music conversation. This is how we're telling you how to have a music conversation without being emotional typing bullshit. This is what we're doing here.
This is straight music convo.
101.
And it's just tough for me. Like, I get it. Pusha T got a hell of a solo run, but you name mostly features there. When you mentioned,
I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia's his
That's his
song.
Kendrick featured on the song.
Right.
This is OVO Mace. This is a Drake fan. This is a Drake fan here in plain view.
I'm just saying.
That was a little too apropos, bro.
The crowd that we're mentioning, the crowd that loves the street shit, the crowd that loves the shit we talking about, that was the NYC MSG crowd.
This is
I
true.
don't think the
New Orleans Las Vegas crowd went for No Limit. Why is
Clipse
that?
and OutKast are both from the South. You think they be an OutKast in the South? Because that's the New York.
You would have to give them the demographic.
If they do that versus Atlanta, it's like 20-0. You know what I mean? OutKast is walking away with that shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's OutKast.
The demographic does matter, though.
The demographic matters, and I understand. Like, if they come up and they don't fuck with each other, like Cam and the Dips, or they just aren't as professional.
Do you put it in North Carolina?
I just feel like the OutKast songs, the songs y'all named that have the impact is just so major for those songs.
Right.
Like the OutKast songs?
Right.
Like, as much as we love Keys Open Doors, like
True.
That's heads, bro. Like the heads.
That's heads.
If we play Keys Open Doors in front of like a general audience, some of them niggas might not even have heard that. You got to be tuned. That's what I mean. They have so much mainstream tunes that just would hit people's heart.
That's what I'm saying.
That
like
pull
these songs
heartstrings.
is
So
songs
you
they
saying
grew up with,
14-6, 15-5?
I won't say
That's what you saying?
That's like a 13-7.
You got to remember, Clipse are primarily produced by Pharrell, so you're gonna get some joints
That's why
in there that are
I
gonna
feel
get
like
wins.
this fight is close.
Like,
because you got Pharrell and Ye, nigga.
and You know, so
Pusha
like
T wouldn't allow Ye within 50
Nah,
miles.
Well, it depends
He
on
would
who we
have
talking
him
about.
arrested, bro. Get that lunatic away from my
That shit
stage,
might hurt the
bro.
verses, bro.
Yeah,
That
you right.
Pusha T the other day said it's almost dry as his best album. That's what I was like. He don't fuck with
Bullshit.
Ye, bro. He do not fuck with Ye, my nigga.
Bullshit.
He hates Ye, but you know, this is the thing. Because I feel like I'm fighting against my personal taste. Because yes, I listen to the Clipse more than OutKast. But if we talking about the entirety of the hip hop audience, you know what I'm saying? Our audience, if they throw it in MSG, the Clipse might whoop on them. You know what I'm saying? But if it's in the middle of LA, if it's in the middle of you know, anywhere in the South, I feel like the OutKast, they might fuck up because they genuinely don't like each other. It seems like. Let's be honest.
I don't. You on your
Oh, yep.
This seems like that. Like we've heard.
You looked over
stories.
to us like we were going to confirm what you said. I don't know
It
anything
seems
about
more
this.
one-sided though.
Where are you?
There's one guy winning
which
piano,
one
the
side?
other
What's the
guy's
one
rapping.
side?
I don't know.
It seems like Dre
Andre
tryna-
don't fuck with Big
yeah,
Boy,
that's what
bro.
it feel like. Because it seems like Big Boy's willing to extend the olive branch if it's you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So if they
Seems
come up
like.
lame in a situation like that, I can see it.
Versus two
Has
brothers who are at
anybody
an
ever been to an
all-time peak,
OutKast
right?
show live? I don't know what their reputation is.
Well, I
for
could have
live
been.
shows.
I could have been if the nigga Dre 3000 showed the fuck up. I could have been.
They'll lose
Well,
if
I
Dre
have-
3000 don't show up. Clipse go out the verses, bro.
I have to go
Well,
back.
we know Dre's not showing up.
I have
we
to
know
go,
that.
I have to go all the way back to 1997.
Classic.
I was in college. They did a show at my college. There was them and the Roots.
Dope.
1997.
Salute.
Good year in hip hop.
So the great year of hip hop. Goddamn it.
So, I mean, beyond that, I don't know.
You
It might
know,
have been 98, 97, 98, somewhere.
Big Boy's still optimum on the stage. I seen him. He's still sharp. You know.
It could have
That's what
been.
I'm
Big
saying.
Boy
I
leading
feel
up to
like Big,
Gemini
I
or
feel like
after.
Big
rapper,
Boy is the
rapper.
Jadakiss in this
Yeah.
scenario. If I'm thinking about
Big Boy's the
if we
rapper.
judging it by that
Big
versus,
Boy's the Jada
Big
Kiss?
Big
I feel
Boy
like
is
I mean
not
not Big
Jada.
Boy,
No.
Andre. I feel like Andre is the Jadakiss.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
Andre walk on that stage. The pandemonium
They
of him
gonna
just
lose
walking
their
on
mind.
stage.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like he would have that kind of effect that Jada would have in a verses like that.
This is, you know what?
But he don't talk shit how
He's
Kiss
not
was
capping.
talking.
You know what?
right.
Mace is right. If Andre, if we're actually picturing this as a true
Yeah.
versus with OutKast together as a
Yeah.
tandem, Andre 3000
He's the master of ceremonies.
walks on that stage and picks up the mic.
They gonna
Just
lose
seeing
their
him
mind.
would like fuck the world.
Like
up.
if
It's
he
over.
do, especially if he do like the joint he did with Ye
The
recently.
life of the party. That's
yeah.
what I envision. Him
That
doing a
low-key
guest
remix.
verse medley where
I
he
wouldn't want
doing
to hear
Walk It
Life
Out
of the-
and he doing Green
Nah,
Light
but
and
he
he
black.
doing Party with
Oh, Green Light will
Beyonce.
go crazy.
Party with Beyonce.
Party
Like
with
he's
Beyonce will
going
go
like
crazy.
if he do it.
Oh,
Like,
see,
come on.
See,
If he
you
gets
doing
into
what the
those
Locks
bags.
did late
That's
in that
what I'm-
verse when they start pulling out shit you forgot about.
That's how I
Then his
feel.
body shots. Yeah, all right,
got-
all right.
I love the
He
clips,
got
man. I
Grammys.
love the
These
clips.
niggas got grams.
But he would have to. But he would have to show up.
He would have to
Andre,
show up.
Please
This is
show
imaginary
up to
verses.
something.
I mean,
Like this is a fictional versus.
he gave y'all the Rock and
This
Roll
is
Hall of Fame
all,
joint.
You
It's
know,
the best y'all getting.
we've concocted this in our mind.
Yeah.
But there's real shows going on out here. Show up, bro.
But you
To
know
some.
what?
Shouts to Dean.
Yeah,
That
One Music
being
Fest, he
said-
should have been out there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right.
That being said, I'm dying on the hill. I got clips.
I'm not mad at it.
I got clips 11-9 in that verse.
Uh-oh.
I'm dying on the hill.
11-9.
11-9.
11-9.
Is there somebody willing to do a versus against Jaw with the Clipse OutKast?
Nah, because it's not the same. You can't just play songs. You gotta have a crowd. You
This
gotta
is
have
true.
a
This is
everything,
true.
everything
You need
got-
the atmosphere.
And with that being said,
The
y'all
last time we
might have
did
seen the
imaginary
footage.
verses, niggas tried to muddy the waters. You know what I mean?
I wasn't at the show with the guys. So I didn't get the full effect. I didn't see I'm Not You. Maybe if I seen I'm Not You,
Fam.
I'm Not
I
You
might
with
have
the
been
love.
saying the same thing.
Fam.
And to bring the
You know what
locks
I'm
out on
saying?
stage to
They
do
did the
verse.
Birds Don't Sing. Niggas thought that the show's over. He was like, oh, hell nah. The DJ's like, you want to see more clips? Yeah. Then the hot damn beat dropped. Pandemonium, bro.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So I have to take that L.
To me.
me.
Hey, shouts to Tone, even though we had some
Nah,
more.
fuck out of here.
But
Time out.
we still love you, Tone. But like you know,
Now you out of pocket for that. Yeah, I mean,
shouts to me. Goddamn, either version. There's OutKast has nothing for those.
yeah.
OutKast has
Shout out
nothing.
to
Like to pretend that the
Goddamn.
OutKast don't got a catalog, the OutKast Clipse don't have a catalog that can compete. It speaks to you, in my opinion. It's not. It ain't us. It's y'all.
They play out. They play goddamn. They're winning that round. I don't care what OutKast plays. I really don't.
And they hit heights. You know what I mean? I think the Clipse
Goddamn
suffer.
is so
Yo,
Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Mace B.
And I felt that way about Hot Damn in real time. You know what I mean?
Love Hot
Fresh
Damn.
is so clean, Mike.
Salute to Roscoe.
So Fresh
you know
is
what
so
I'm saying?
clean.
Like,
Brum, brum, brum. When you hear that, brum, brum, brum.
But that's the thing about
Sleepy.
Clipse. It's sometimes not Clipse. Versus is who gets to go first. Like
This is true.
like
who
if
sets
you
the tempo?
if you drop Hot Damn or Goddamn as a response, that's a round one. But if
Yeah.
they open a round with that, and then So Fresh So Clean come on after that, then it becomes a little
see?
tricky. 'Cause So Fresh So Clean is an all timer.
Especially
And we are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. You know what I mean? It gets a little tricky.
Also,
It's tough.
I know more Dre lyrics than most of the people. we talk to. Look at that.
97,
Prime
98.
Dre dangerous too.
Yo, you see?
Here's the thing though. 97, 98 was a very long time ago. I don't remember what kind of live performer Andre 3000 was.
They were. I mean, I remember videos. They were still sharp.
You
performing,
tell
bro.
us what was Big Boy like on stage? Yeah.
Like
When you
these, like
saw him the
so.
other day?
So Dre was you know the shit he was wearing and shit. Like he was always like the center of attention. But nah, Big Boy stage presence always been immaculate. They were considered the prime duo group,
But
bro, for like a really long
Push
time.
it T on stage.
It's
Top
the
tier, bro.
energy is crazy.
Top
he
tier.
commands the fucking
Yeah,
stage.
Pusha T
That's a
is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm.
Honestly,
that's the thing.
on
feeds
stage,
off the
I got
crowd.
like Rakim vibes from Malice. Like Malice was real old schoolish in his energy,
back.
but like
Yeah.
real laid back, but
Sharp
sharp.
lyricism.
This is why I love this photo so much, man. Like Pusha T in the foreground, just like
Oh
with
yeah.
like
Malice in the
pointing to the
cut.
back, and he's just spitting in the background.
I just feel like
Amazing tandem.
the 15-year hiatus hurts them as far as like people memories go. But we love Clipse. Clipse suffered from not being from hip hop media not telling niggas that they one of the best. Because when they was active regularly, there was no article saying these guys was two of the greatest or one of the greatest duos ever. They
That's
never
a good point.
They never got that adulation, even
Yeah.
though the music supported the argument. They never got that argument. We spent more time arguing who's better between Pusha T and Malice and saying as a two-man, we need to put them up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that hurts them in these conversations because programming is a real thing where you need to be told by the media that these guys are really great and we should treat them that way.
And almost nobody in history have they told us is more great than OutKast. So that's a great point, Joe. That's a great point. Yeah.
Not to take nothing away from OutKast, but the media behind, I would say,
Crazy.
as far as like the scribes go, who's had a friendlier scribe than OutKast's career? There's not much smoke on their name. There's no writers writing no puff pieces
Nothing.
anti-OutKast out there
They
too
get
crazy.
a lot of love, bro.
Shouts to your
A lot
boy
of love.
Kenny. You know what I mean?
The scribes is calling Three
he took
Stacks
the
one of the
baton.
goats without a solo album, bro. Without a solo or features, nigga.
Bro.
Not even a 3-verse song by himself. They was giving him that shit.
A handful of features that.
They was calling
Nah,
OutKast.
I see. Look,
Yeah.
listen, I
Niggas
seen
were
this
saying-
tweet. I seen this tweet.
No solo album. You a solo
Shouts
goat.
to, I
Crazy.
think it was Mad Slander that said it. Shouts to Mad Slander on Twitter, X, whatever. And he had said that he was talking about like who he thinks are overrated MCs, and Andre came up with as a solo artist. He specifically said as a solo artist, Andre's overrated, right? Because he has no solo discography to speak
a-
of.
yeah.
Collaborate, yeah.
And then another
even
account,
be
I think
rated.
Hip Hop Numbers, who solely just tweets about like hip hop numbers, but they felt so strongly about it that they were like they listed out or they had like a photo collection of all of Andre's, not all of them, but a lot of Andre's features, saying, meanwhile, this is Andre's solo discography. He could never be overrated. I'm like, I love Andre. Listen. We have go back to the videotapes. Like I have been at this table
You show a lot
batting
of love.
for Andre, showing
a lot
love,
of
like
love, bro.
throwing flowers.
That's why I feel out of place here. I feel like this should be sitting right
Like-
now. Like
like we had the argument Andre versus Fabulous.
won
You know what I
the
mean? Like there was like I've come to the defense of Andre many a times here, but we do have to be honest. He does not have a solo discography to speak of, and features do not count. They don't. They just don't. Like a handful of features versus like an actual full album. Like however many features he has, it does not even equate to a full album of 2 to 3 verse songs. It just doesn't. So
not when you're talking about a Pusha T who's dropped classic after classic.
So
No, definitely not.
I mean, we have to
Maybe
be honest
Malice's
about Andre.
solo work.
You know,
No malice.
Him saying we had to be. What world are we in? What did 2026 bring? Because him saying we have to be serious about
because
Andre,
he has.
Dini and I have spent many podcasts jumping
He
since.
has.
It is what it is.
But here's the thing, because y'all would kind of shit on him a little bit. That's the thing, and I'm like,
to
I don't
piss you off. Not even
we don't need to shit.
No,
Like,
Dini believe what he say. I just tried to upset you. You know what I mean?
Yo, niggas was comparing.
Dini really hates that guy.
They was comparing him
Like,
to Nas. They was saying he's better than. I was like, what? Like, I was lost, bro.
I'm just saying that like the lyrical
Andre
gift that he
hysteria.
has,
Bro,
the pen.
Nas got like
The
30
pen,
albums
you
as an
can't
individual.
question the pen, but the career is different from the pen. You know, the discography is different from the pen, and that's what people have to really understand. Is that you can have both conversations, you can have both arguments. You can say his pen is elite, but that doesn't equate to being ranked amongst
the gods and
MCs
shit,
that have like how many solo albums Nas has? How many
Like,
does Jay have?
nigga,
How
you know what I'm
many does DMX have? How many does Tupac have?
That's
How many
people
does
from
Ice Cube have?
That's people from his era. There's
Solos.
niggas that dropped in the 2010s that have
How
10
many does
albums.
Kendrick have?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Fucking, what's his name from Griselda? From Detroit, works with
Boldy James.
Well,
How
dropped
many-
like
7, 8
1,000
albums this
last
year.
year, you know what I
it's like
mean?
last year. We're in the 2020s. Yeah,
so
facts.
so I mean that's just my thing. Like we could be truthful on both sides. One, his pen is elite, immaculate, one of the best pens of all time
Ever.
But on the other side, career-wise, discography-wise, we can't really put him up. It's an unfair comparison.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost
Not even a one rap.
it's almost
true
insulting to
Yeah.
all the MCs that put in
solo. Mad work.
wild work,
He
putting
even-
whole albums together
He-
for 10, 20, 30 years.
He ain't even go through the battles. Every great solo artist you name been through
Had some
wars.
smoke,
He had
yeah.
fires. He win or lose. He was in the fights.
Yep.
It's not even an Andre 3 Stacks rap diss record where he was really scrapping with a nigga that's his equal or maybe even arguably better. You know what I mean? All of these things add up to GOAT talk. Like for better or worse, rest in peace. Biggie and Pac went through their thing. Hov and Nas went through their thing. We saw Drake and Kenny go through their thing. And Drake, say what you want about Aubrey, he's been through the wars. He's had multiple scraps. You know what I mean? Fat Joe been through some battles.
Shit. Shouts to Mase. He brought up Pun earlier. I put Pun over Andre 3000.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 times. He has
Not
like
even just over
pen,
albums, like
flow,
lyricism.
delivery, elite, and he has a classic album.
LL, fucking Rakim,
Kane,
Big
G
Daddy
Rap,
Kane,
KRS.
G-Rap.
It's niggas from every
Rakim.
era, bro. Like
they been through the battles.
Yeah.
They squabbled. They earned their stripes. 3 Stacks, you got a lot to do. You gotta give us solos. You gotta have niggas say you're not as good. You gotta lyrically. What is the fireball at a nigga that had you like, whoo? You know what I mean?
You see how I'm just gonna get in my mode right
know what I
now.
mean?
As you
you
say
start
that.
Dean up.
Yeah.
Part of me is that's why I loved being a Jay fan in his prime because it's like he was fighting niggas all the time,
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Jay had a lot of side
lot of
missions,
straight
bro.
bars at niggas. Real niggas respect me.
He
Fake
was
niggas
scrapping
won't
with J.O.
don't speak.
Felony,
Shout out to
bro.
Nino. What?
Because they know that's the only way we ever gonna speak. You know what I mean? Little darts. You not a felony, you a misdemeanor.
Not giving you
You know what I
a
mean?
rule.
J.O. felony getting this. The Mace,
50,
the
Ja.
Mace bars. This is his watch.
Fuck is 50 Cent.
This what I'm saying.
What the fuck you done to that?
Yeah.
Y'all
Jay
talk about
low key
battles
battled every
now.
nigga in New York.
Now y'all talk about battles now, which
Let's
is
be honest.
which is a fair conversation to have. But
For the GOATs anyway.
For the
well,
fight.
but there's a lot of MCs that haven't really had battles either, and there's
The
their
GOATs?
Their pen is still no. I'm just saying their pen is still elite.
Okay. But it helps you.
had no
It helps
smoke?
your legacy to have some
It
smoke.
does.
You know what I mean? And
It does.
Even Ludacris is scrapping with niggas.
T.I.
T.I. and
You know,
Luda was
T.I.
going at
peeing my
it.
dick.
Like, yo, they was going at it.
Come on, man.
I'm just
Shit.
too nice.
It's just my thing with Andre, and I know I just defended OutKast guys, but my thing with Andre is that people who put him in their top 5s or top 10s or whatever, they'll have all the rules in the world for the rest of their top 5 or rest of their top 10 that they just throw out of the window for
him.
Andre. Tell me what, from any way that you judge it, Why would Andre 3000 be over Ghostface Killer? And that's not a nigga who, other than Sin, nobody puts Ghost as they go. You know what I'm saying? It there's nothing that Andre 3000 discography, he could go bar for bar with Andre. The style, the iconic songs. He was with a group as good as OutKast. What reason would
the imagery,
Andre,
the stories, everything.
Good scribes writing and reporting and telling the audience that this is the guy.
Countless quotables.
How many people have ever said in power, whether writing or a media entity, that said Ghostface is the guy? Method Man got that.
Right.
Ghost never got that.
Yeah.
And that's Raekwon got that before Ghost.
Yeah.
And there's an argument that Ghost might be the individual go to Wu-Tang. If you just talk about body of work,
honestly,
group work, if it ain't him, it's Ray. As far as like, you know what I mean?
Classics,
solos go.
Yeah. All timers. Without, you know what I mean? I might sound crazy. I can't put Andre over Beanie Siegel in my all time list. I can't. I can't, bro. I cannot. I can't put him over Jadakiss in my all time list. Can't do it.
I mean, they both, as far as you can use the album thing as a debate.
I'm naming artists who I think are elite lyrically,
and nobody got more features.
And
than
even
Kiss.
if you feel like Andre might be sharper than them, these are guys who put in work. That's my only thing, you know what I mean? And any sort of objective list, at the end of the day, put who you want in your list. I don't give a shit. But if we having some sort of objective list, if we arguing with people, if we pulling cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna tell me Andre's better than these guys, or on a higher?
What is your argument to support it besides a couple of features and group work? He don't have the solos. I don't know how we got here, but this is a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have the last word on it.
Yeah, it's just how they feel.
Okay.
It just, you know.
We've been talking some rap shit recently.
I just feel like it.
At the moment. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know if they could do
he
this.
just hits
No,
me in
they
the
can't.
feels.
It ain't no, I don't know. I know they can't. I know they can't. You know what I mean? And the audience don't want that. They want the gossip. You know what I mean? I like when a rapper out here was a little salty. You know what I mean? We in our bag when we salty. We talking a little shit. You know what I mean? They can't do what we do. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Chop cheeses, nigga. Owning
Now,
that.
all that being
We
said, I'm
outside.
gonna leave this podcast tonight and listen to Aquemini.
Yeah.
Salute.
See that?
The
Balance.
snob himself.
It's an amazing album, man.
fire.
That and Stankonia, whew, back to back.
Yeah, man.
Let me
They got joints.
Like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? And why do we fucking keep acting like he's somebody that we need
Listen.
to fuck with? Get rid of this guy.
You know what too though? If they were to pull out Spodioti Dopalicious,
Oh, classic.
that's a
Classic. They got joints.
Shit.
man. They got
You got
joints.
joints. That's what.
it's
You know
a
what?
spoken word song,
Those-
basically.
Those
But that shit
the
is
deep
so-
cuts
whew.
is
Not
the,
for nothing.
it's
We
just
need
that
to see this verses. That's what we need to talk
We
this
need to
verses
see this
in,
verses.
instead of arguing
Need to
with us.
manifest it.
Instead
Yes.
of arguing with us about how full of shit we are, we need to come together as a culture and force this verses to happen.
Manifest it.
Manifest this shit.
Yes.
life. Bring it to life.
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
Necesito, don't go too far. You know,
What's the word?
you know, you 3 Stacks and OutKast supporter.
Yeah, man.
But hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, hit the swipe behind, do all of that. Lock in
up.
all
sir.
things Rap Roundtable. Hit subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe option. Stop what you're doing. You've already pressed play. You're here. Subscribe. It's a great conversation. You enjoyed it. You know you did. All right. Iceman is on the way.
Are we sure?
Thank goodness.
But is Drake in the position where he's solely feeding his audience? Will he make any more musical, tangible impacts to the culture? Or is it just strictly feeding his fan base going forward?
That is a damn good question, y'all. I think
It's a big fan base.
yeah, it's a big fan.
But I
base.
get the sense
a
for
big fan
that a lot of people are kind of washing their hands with the 6 God.
That's a good question, y'all. A multi-layered question. Can he drop music that would move the culture? Yes. Can he? Absolutely, he can. As the culture, we're not as judgmental as we think. We're not as cold as we think. If you put out hot shit, yeah, The culture will get with you. I think Soulja Boy could drop a song, and if it was hot enough, the culture would say, "Hey, DeAndre, that's tough." But the question is, Willie? Willie? I'm not so sure about that. As of January blank 2026, I don't like to date the shows, guys. As of January 2026, it doesn't look like it. Oof. I'm gonna be honest.
Damn, I thought he was gonna go the other way. We got a Drake fan say he was full of shit in the comment section a couple weeks ago.
I wish that was in the mailbag.
Club Paradise is coming for your neck, man.
Yeah, man. They are.
Actually, where have they been? I haven't even seen
in a minute.
They're around.
Yeah.
They're around. And I did see that too. But it's because, you know, a person like me likes to challenge their favorite artist, not just kiss his ass and pretend like, you know, the sky isn't falling when it's coming at 100 miles an hour. But right now, let's be honest here. You know, Nokia was a Billboard hit. Have you been to a spot where Nokia played? Other than, you know, if you hacking my phone?
The hookah bars, maybe.
Right. Shouts to Officially Ice, Mr. 3 hookah pipes himself.
Even he said he ain't heard like not but two Drake songs.
That's the hookah master. This is and this is the point. Drake is dropping good songs. What did I miss? Is a good song, bro. In a Drake sense, it's a good song.
Before the beat switch, I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, you know, the little bridge part at the end does get a little weird, but he ends it well. You know what I'm saying? Nokia is good. Somebody Loves Me is good. There's been good Drake songs, and they haven't made the dent that they previously made. His biggest collaborators no longer have a hold on the culture. His best producer, 40, is nowhere to be found. So,
What happened with Drake and 40?
I mean,
I don't know if it's health problems. You know what I mean?
He's ill, so I don't know how that. You know?
There's nothing seemingly. There's no issue that's even been rumored between them. I have to guess it's health related, but they haven't. Look at the albums. I look at.
I was about to do something, but
please don't. Please.
Nah, never.
Yeah,
I look at fraud. Yeah. Come on.
Thank you.
Come on. Shit about to get left. Come on, man.
People.
Shout out to Pusha T, though. But I'm not gonna do it.
I know it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, guys.
Hey.
And this isn't an indictment that say it'll never happen. But Job, as you asking me right now, my man is putting out good music that isn't impacting the culture the way it previously has. The interests are different within the culture.
Shifting.
What people are pining for is different in the culture. And he's kind of done what we asked, at least musically, is kind of remove himself as far as the feature game. He's not giving a feature to everybody. He's not getting with every hot rapper that drops every 2 seconds. Not that they even want to. So I say this.
Well, who is the hot rapper right now for him to even connect with?
For him to connect with, none. All the hot rappers is his ops.
Yeah, well,
Talk about it.
So it's a difficult position right now. And I'm not saying it'll never happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. But right now, even I'm getting a little worried. Listen, tomorrow's 0 to 300 might drop and I'll come gloat on Monday. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping for. But if I'm to give an honest assessment about how I feel as a Drake fan, since seeing how much I listened to Drake last year, I'm not fronting. I listened to Drake by himself like 5 times as much as everybody else combined. I'm listening, bro.
Listen, the disparity between spot 1 and spot 3,
Double or something.
Right. 2 was Party Next Door.
but 2 is Party Next Door. So between Drake,
Crazy.
Party Next Door, and then 3. It was like 5 times the amount. It was crazy.
So this may be a little bit of a cop out, you know what I mean? Because I do think it's possible, but it have to be some hard shit. Right now, it's not how it seems, and I can't come up here and I know Club Paradise wants me to come and just say whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll get my chance to slander his ops one day, but right now it's not connecting the way it is, and just like everybody says, yes, the fan base, we still all love it. We still all listen. He's still top 5 for everybody. But right now, it doesn't seem like that's the space we in. It just doesn't.
Tough. Deanie, your thoughts on this? Like, can Drake make music that impacts the culture?
I feel like, well, we always say here, man, good music typically like is the great reset for everything. And I understand what Mase is saying, but like these songs, granted, they are good. Like I said, I thought No Face was one of the ones that before this whole shit would have been a takeoff. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody would have been fucking with it. But for how much, like, for how deep in the shit he's in, and the music's not like absolutely amazing like it used to be. I'm not to say he was making flawless music, but he was making undeniable like turn up music. You get what I'm saying? Like you're outside, his music was the soundtrack to everything that's going on. It's like it basically became uncool to listen to the dude. You know, and in terms of that uncool too, the quality of the music did fade. Like I can't like What Did I Miss was cool, but it didn't fuck up the game like how Drake songs usually fuck the game up. Like we done, like, what's the shit in the snow when he was walking next to the car? You don't remember like
Started from the bottom.
You don't remember like what that did, like when that dropped and like
it was a phrase in the culture. That's people started saying started from the bottom.
And then a litany of shit after that just seemed like, yo, this nigga can't miss. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like the nigga, everything he touched was like Midas. He had the Midas touch. It just seems like now, like I said on the live, like the cool has just been knocked out of the nigga. Like everything that was like the duck faces, like everything that you would say, you know, I'm gonna get this nigga a chance, and just like everything you see the barrettes in the nigga hair, like everything in it's outside of just music, bro. Like he's just become like perpetually like dweebish. You get what I'm saying? And it's not just music, because like usually
he was always dweebish.
But the music took you out like
it took you to a different place,
because the music is basically aiding that. But now the music is mid, his aura's mid. Shout out to Sin. Like the energy's bad, and just like every step he keeps taking seems like it's getting nowhere, while you look around and like Kendrick's not doing nothing but still like leading headways or shit, you know? Like I think it's he's just not cool to listen to anymore.
And it don't help that he is associated with the Aiden Rosses, with the academics, with the
uncool things of the game,
the Tates and niggas like that. That's not cultural. You know what I'm saying? When he was standing next to Future and 21 and these type of guys, then it was different. You know what I'm saying? It's
like we're from the era where like cool niggas made cool music. You know, like we're really watching like a dude that we would have considered a lame, you know, making music for everyone that's cool, which is kind of funny when you think about it, but that's what he became. And he just couldn't miss. And now we're in an era where the music is mid, the aura is mid, the vibe is mid, and we're just not used to that from this nigga. Like it's been a year and change, but this is still a new development for him. And we're watching the whole shit. Granted, they say he's the most streamed nigga in the game, but like the vibe is different. Like now he's like literal background music. Before he was background music to like great vibes. Now he's just background music to like a spot. Like he's been like incredibly reduced, and the music hasn't followed up with it. So I don't know, man. Let's see what Iceman brings, if there's some heat on there. But Nokia, that shook the room, but it didn't shake the room for the niggas. It kind of shook the room for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs something that everyone could gravitate. There was songs he dropped with niggas was screaming it, bitches was screaming it. Like he
Trophy. It's so many.
He just don't like this. All the things he did with Future. Like he just don't have those no more. You know, at least not in the last year or so. It's been a really rocky, rough road for this dude. And then, like I said, the lawsuit, and then just all the things that just made him a loser. On top of the fact that the music ain't fire. Like you can't be both, bro. You can't be ugly and not have a body. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like, yo, you gotta be the face from half court.
Yo, the
face gotta be popping, or the shape gotta be popping. Sun gotta be popping. And now it's just like he's a mid joint now.
He didn't even preface it with like, you know how like on a girl like he didn't like.
Because I'm looking at the video Walt got up right now, and I'm just like, yo, the whole aura is just cooked. Like a year, two years ago, we couldn't turn this shit off in the streets. You get what I'm saying? The free world would have been fucking with it. Just like the complete aura is gone.
He has the aura of a loser, what you say?
I mean, he kind of always did though. You the one you say it yourself, Mr. No Shape Up. You called him like he into it. And that's a vital part of like you know what I'm saying? That's a vital part of culture.
Whoa.
So it's like he's truly cultureless,
coming
bro.
down with me.
He's truly like cultureless now, and he wasn't the super culture guy before, but the music and the energy he brought kind of created a kind of culture, you know. And now everything is it happens, and we seen it in real time.
He was always cultureless, man.
Like, damn. But he was making moves as a cultureless nigga. Now everything is just dry. It's almost dry. Shout out to Push.
Damn, the vaginas is not moist anymore.
They're not drenched. They used to be drenched, man.
Drenched is
To
crazy.
say the rap's not
Sahara
talking.
vibes.
I mean, you know where I'm coming on this. Pause.
Come on, man. You
Walter
were
Gray.
doing so well.
Almost had a full
man.
episode.
You were doing so well.
Amigos finally here. A couple things. First, we've this has been a conversation, going on 2 years now, year and a half maybe. And like every time that we have this conversation about like Drake making a viable, like earnest comeback, it's always like he's just like one hit away, shouts to Bleak. He
Shout out my Bleak.
he just needs the right song. And then we start talking about, has he been Ja ruled? And we're like, well, I don't know. Like, he's too big to look. I'm ready to call it, man. Drake's been Ja. He's been Ja ruled. Like, it's been long enough. How much longer are we gonna like really drag this out?
I mean, I have to disagree because the Ja shit just kind of fell to the wayside. He's still like getting the plays. You get what I'm saying? Ja he just was knocked off the.
Look, first, we don't know what would have happened if the 50 Ja thing would have happened in the streaming era. We don't know what would have transpired. People would have still had like Ja Rule songs on playlists, and they still would have ran.
I didn't hear anything from this. I mean, Ja Rule was on play in the streets. He was on play in the spots. It was a complete like reduction, bro. Like gone.
Which is exactly what's happened. You just said that's what happened
But
to
like,
Drake.
no, but I still hear Drake outside though. Like I didn't hear Ja Rule out anymore when that whole thing.
You just said you don't hear him in the spots.
I said I don't hear him in the spots at all.
Isn't that? Am I wilding? Isn't that what he said?
Let me clarify. We went.
Am I wilding?
Let me clarify. We would go to a spot.
Hold on, John. Hold on, John. Am I wilding? Did
clarify.
he not just say this?
Let me clarify. There was a time we would go to a spot. We had 10 Drake songs, maybe 15 Drake songs. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Who is this guy? Where did he come from?
Right or wrong?
And why do we fucking keep acting
We would go
like
hear
he's somebody
15 Drake songs in a
that
spot.
we
Right or
need to
wrong?
fuck with?
Now we go to a
Get
spot.
rid
We
of
hear
this
what? 2-3 Drake songs.
Deanie.
That's the reduction.
Deanie, but you just said you don't hear him, bro.
You're not gonna not hear Drake.
But just you said.
In term. Let me. All right. So in terms of reduction, you don't hear him as much as you used to. But there is still traces out there. People are still fucking with him in small doses, but it's not what it used to be, bro. He was global.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about, nigga. The nigga was global. Now the nigga's like,
don't get mad at me.
I'm not, nigga. I'm like, but you can. I go out a lot more than everybody else. I go out a lot more. He still gets played. It's just
You go
limited.
more than everybody else, and you still said what you said.
It's 10, 15 joints compared to like 2 or 3 joints. You don't think that's reduction?
No, we ain't saying that. But you said that they wouldn't play them.
Okay. They're not playing him in the spot to the consistency.
A little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dragging it.
You're firing on full cylinders.
Yeah.
But they're not playing. He's not getting nowhere near the spins. He's not getting the love.
Right.
Before you would go to a spot, you would play a Drake song. The spot would literally erupt. You know what I'm talking about.
No, facts,
But
facts,
nowadays,
facts.
like there's like 2 or 3 songs, maybe, and they're not even current Drake songs. They're like
It's the old hits.
Right.
bruh.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is he's not Ja
Drake
Rule.
aged out of the
He's
program?
not Ja Rule though.
but-
Ja Rule was
but it's-
completely toast when
but
that
it's-
shit happened.
But as
Toast.
far as the newest song, this is what I'm talking about. The
Yeah.
newest songs,
Not as much.
right?
Not as much. Nokia, I heard some run. I didn't really hear What Did I Miss out there like that. But all the old shit still gets run if you go to a spot. Like the old shit still get played. They just don't get played like they used to.
And what you're telling me is that back in 2002, 2003, 2004, that you would never hear a Ja Rule song.
Toast.
He was kind of toasted.
That
I ain't
no,
toast,
that's
bro.
a lie. That's a lie. I was outside.
I'm telling you,
I
I was
Bro, I
outside at the
never.
time,
Toast, bro.
They would still play the joints,
Bro, it
the
became,
big joints.
alright, it became a
Hold on,
phrase
time
because
out.
we never seen it done like that. We
Time
never
out.
seen a
Time
complete
out.
eradication
Let's-
of artists like
let's-
that.
let's be
That was the
clear.
man at the time.
Before 50, you would hear
Everywhere.
Ja would get the ISO. Post 50, it will be part of the mix.
There you go.
right, which is exact. Back
Drake
to
is
my
not part of
point.
the mix
That's
now.
what's happening to Drake right now in real time.
Nah,
Drake is not
he
part
gets
of
a little
the
bit
mix.
more
I'm
than
not
a part of
against
the
you.
mix.
Don't
Oh my
It's a little bit-
God!
it's a little bit
Now-
part of
no.
your mix.
Listen. I don't care how many different ways you want to parse it. He's been Ja Rule, bro. This is what happened to Ja Rule, and this is what's happening to Drake right now.
We wasn't anticipating a Ja Rule album after that shit. People are anticipating this album.
Who?
Drake fans, nigga, and there's a
Are
lot
we?
of was Ja Rule fans? Was Ja Rule fans anticipating that next album?
The streaming numbers are saying he's not Ja Rule at all.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's all.
Like there
The
was a complete
conversation,
ISO,
like
you're
with
dead
Ja,
in the street.
we stopped giving a
Dead,
fuck about
bro.
we kicked Ja's back in a way
Like,
where it was almost like you
never
get
seen
clown
it.
for playing Ja.
That's why when we say Ja Rule, it's literally a thing because we just never seen a person just get totally like eradicated.
Ja Rule
like
got
that.
Ja Rule so bad that he's still fighting against the idea that he got
20
Ja
years
Rule
later, bro.
25.
20 years later.
All right. I want to ask a question, but I don't want people to get uncomfortable giving away their ages.
Nigga,
They all know
fuck
we
outta
all
All
right.
right. How old were you in 2003?
19.
19. You?
Ditto.
19.
13.
13. All right. I should have done the math. I was 25. I was I was heavily
You were a
outside in spots. And I'm telling you,
And Ja was not getting ISOs, bro.
No, what I'm telling you is
I'm 6'5".
the conversations y'all might have had in like high school or like early
Junior high,
college.
shit.
It's not the same thing as what was happening in the club.
Was Ja Rule getting ISOs when you was 25, or was he part of the mix?
He was part of the mix.
All right, that's not a good thing.
But he was still getting spins, which is exactly what Dini's saying about Drake.
The quality and level of the spins is not the same.
Exactly.
Right.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I said it's not.
But what I'm saying
Being
is
a
that
song that get the shit shaking in the room, or just being a song that's part of a mix.
what I'm saying is the conversations that y'all were having amongst, your
Whatever our
brethren.
demographics was.
Yeah.
That shit was amplifying the level of L that Ja took.
Okay.
Because if unless I don't know what y'all was doing at 19, but if y'all wasn't in the 21 and up clubs, Ja was still getting spins in part of the mix. He wasn't getting nice, so it wasn't like
part
all
of
set.
the mix is not good if you was
Not-
getting
not-
ISOs.
Not if
That's what I'm
not if you were
saying.
the star.
Wait, time out.
Right.
Hold on.
A
Hold
little
on.
while ago.
I feel like I
that
see-
is exactly what Drake
I'm
was having.
seeing,
it's not
I'm
the same
seeing
level,
us
bro.
fall off the rails. What is the point here? Because I'm confused.
But the point is that with the same thing that happened to Ja Rule back then is the same thing that's happening to Drake right now. According to what Dini's saying, where he used to get like 15 joints in the spot and now it's been reduced to 1 or 2. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I hear you. I hear that. But what I'm saying is, even though Drake's not like just mixed background music, the joints that pop still get played on Go Time. You get what I'm saying?
It's hard to judge
Like-
because Drake is so much more of a celebrity than Ja Rule was that time because the interest is still
Was
there
he?
with
And
Drake.
it was-
The
Ja
talk-
was in movies. He was super
And
platinum.
a lot of
And
lot
the,
of-
Z100.
and the streaming era is completely different
Right.
from
And he
what
did-
was
He
going on
damn near was in like
25
R&B
years
circles
ago.
with the kind of music he was making. He was like covering a lot of ground. But like it just to say he was Ja Rule
So-
just don't feel right, bro.
You know,
But he kinda is.
Kinda. But it's like we're talking
Aight.
about the biggest downfall of all time compared to a guy who's in downfall mode but still the number one
I'll
streamer in the
meet
game.
y'all halfway. I think he's on the Ja Rule path, but he's not been fully Ja Ruled. I think Iceman will decide if he's Ja Ruled or not.
And you would think, considering all the things that happened, he's really like 10 times worse than Ja Rule as far as in action. So you would think that would in terms of like
May see,
lawsuits and shit. Like,
Is he Ja Ruled on the path to Ja Rule, or are we bugging the fuck out?
you bugging out.
Okay.
You bugging out.
He's still OVO Drake.
I think you can have
Go ahead.
I think Drake can become a different adjective than Ja Rule. I think eventually people might say he got Draked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that if we trying to compare those two, nah. Because there was
I think the Drake
remember
fans
there
are
just
too
being
active for him to
zero
be
interest.
fully Ja.
there you go.
Well,
Maybe
I mean, but
after
that's
Iceman
that's
is a
like
good.
saying, look,
That makes sense because if this stinks, he might not have any interest.
think
but
it's
we're
mistake.
but we're,
You
we're,
know?
we're too entrenched in the internet era
Cut
where
that
we're
Central C
always
shit.
going to see the Drake fans in action.
Plus-
even if we don't want to, them shits are gonna
That matters,
They're
though.
going to show up on our timeline on Twitter.
But that matters.
plus the
though.
Drake-
There's too many of them to ignore.
no,
Drake
right.
fans are way too more
But-
invested. Ja Rule's run
but
wasn't
what-
that long
Sexy
either.
Songs for You was
Ja
a
Rule's run was
successful
like, what,
album.
a 4-year
But
run?
what I'm saying, okay, here's what I'm saying.
Even if we ain't like the music,
if there
it was
was
successful.
if there was a Twitter back in those days, Ja Rule might have had a stronger, like Ja Rule fans would have had a stronger pushback on the internet. They would have had more of a presence. But the Ja Rule fans just went with the wave. They were like, "Oh, Ja Rule's not cool no more. All right, cool."
What was the name of the Ja Rule album after 50 Distant?
Blood in My Eye.
What did that do? Did it go platinum?
Nope.
Clapback was dead. New York was on that album.
Nah, it was on the next
That
one.
one
New York.
after.
Oh, so he was dead by then.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We weren't talking about
Was,
him.
was Ja Rule more of a victim of 50, or did he just fail with the next album?
It was a combination, but I say that 50 Cent was just
Combination.
Because not New York got heavy rotation
did.
for a dead nigga.
Yeah.
They got big spins.
That's why 50 dissed everybody on the song because he was like, wait a second.
That's
He
where the
heating
smoke
back up.
happened. Yeah.
He heating back up. Fuck
Window
that.
shopping now coming out like
Fuck
Right.
Jada and Ja.
And then a few years later, what
Nokia,
happened?
Nokia,
Kanye
right?
happened.
You can't say he got Ja Rule if Nokia happened.
We just established Nokia didn't really make.
We're
the splash
waiting
that it
on
was supposed to.
Iceman, no?
You're right.
that
Who's
period.
waiting on who?
All the Drake fans.
We're waiting on Iceman as podcasters.
and you're waiting.
the-
You're
Dude,
Are we
waiting
waiting
on
for?
it to
Are
blow.
we waiting for it to hear fire slaps?
Even if you're waiting
wanna
for it
know
to
if it's
blow,
hot
Are
or
we
not.
anticipating
PG
fire
Lang
slaps
sins.
out of
Even-
Iceman?
even if you're waiting to boo
Yes
it,
or no?
we weren't waiting to boo the Ja Rule joint. We weren't like we got hit it, so we
It's
we
been a
just-
year and a
nobody
half
did.
of duds. We're waiting for the tides to turn on Iceman. Have you seen the Iceman rollout?
It's Dini fault.
We've all seen the Iceman rollout.
Dini fault. Because Dini double talked, and now we here. Now we here.
It's a different kind of dead. Like there's
It's a
How many
different
versions
kind
of
of
dead
dead.
is there?
It's
Afterlife
dead is
dead.
dead, bro.
What, you Jerry Seinfeld now, nigga? You can't overdie.
Yes.
You can't overdie.
You can't overdie, bro. Dead is dead.
Yeah.
There's no levels of dead.
Yeah.
He's on the ice table
Jesus
He's in
Christ,
the coroner's
man.
room.
before they operate on the
Is he a
body. Before
vampire? Is he a zombie?
He's become.
Is he
this
Vision?
is-
undead.
All right, hold on, time out.
Undead.
Time out. I'm gonna end this like
Copy.
What's up?
Is he Vision after Wanda, or is he Vision after Thanos? He died in both situations.
After
but one,
Wanda.
But one, he stayed dead.
He's
After
post
Wanda,
Wanda
he's
right
coming
now.
back.
Pre
He's coming
So he's
Thanos.
coming back. The time stones
coming
got
back.
hit.
He's
He
coming
gonna
back.
come back.
Yeah.
So he's Vision
I
after
don't
Thanos.
see. I don't. After
that-
Thanos.
Bezito,
know
Vision
better
after
than most.
Wanda.
Well, after
And
Wanda.
it- no,
After Wanda.
but
That
in all
contingent of
this,
fans.
in all of this, what was lost is my reasoning behind it. It is
Yes, cut.
that I've said this before. The moment at which Kendrick and PG Lang and TDE chose to attack, and now I feel like Doechii is part of this too. I feel like this was a very well thought out
Attack.
blueprint. Not attack, yes, but blueprint to shift the culture, right? So between when Kendrick chose to attack,
His picture was on the wall when they was cooking up?
Little pin in it.
where from the moment that Kendrick decided to, launch this battle, right? Drake, exhausted from like countless tours and whatever, countless shows, and at that point, I think he saw two things: one, Drake being exhausted, and two, a shift in the listening culture and a shift in demographics, age-wise, And so I think that now where things are shifting over to like the Gen Z aspect of it all, how they are, dictating TikTok, they're dictating trends, they're dictating what's cool. I think to Gen Z, Drake is the opposite of what Gen Z thinks is cool.
Sin, you were actually the first one to make that point. I saw you amongst all content creators, and I always thought that was an excellent point. Yeah, for sure.
And so now, I don't think there is a way back for Drake amongst this new crop of listening audience that has now it's been a tidal wave of Kendrick, not just the battle, but GNX, and then the massive tour, and then on top of that, Clipse also making the mark that they've made. Not to say that they're on the same level, but that I think it counts for something.
Like an assault on all
And
fronts.
it's
And now
on all fronts.
Doechii to at the end of the year going into 2026 to put out this single with SZA with the "What Happened to That Song" drums.
Boy, but yeah.
What did I say? What happened to that
Song. What happened to that
What
song?
happened to that boy?
Yeah.
The "What Happened to That Boy" drums. That's a message. I think there's a message within that. I think that song is what started the whole beef with Young Money.
Make sure y'all listening to this man, because he's laying out some shit that I feel like a lot of people missed. You know, like all the nooks and crannies that people were saying was going on through the Kendrick shit, the fine woven layers that people couldn't see.
There's so many levels as to like how
strategically,
from Kendrick to Clipse to Doechii, how strategic this has been. The timing was perfect. The blueprint and the planning was perfect. The tour was perfect. You know, and the timeline now leading into Doechii, leading into 2026, it's all been perfect. And that, like, it's not lost on me that they decided to make the first Doechii single with the drums from that one specific Clipse song that started the whole beef with Young Money. I'm just saying.
But
I don't think there's a road back
nobody will
from
even pick up on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
nobody's
this
gonna
is some
pick
deep
up
shit.
on that, but it's gonna work subconsciously, is what I'm saying.
Some deep shit.
And it's that shit that you know, and nobody else got to know, but you know what the fuck I'm doing. It's one of those type of moves. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying, Sentence, is that the war is still in play.
The war is absolutely still in play. What Kendrick, what they said, it was like a 5-year plan or some shit.
Yeah.
That shit's not over.
Yeah.
They're still rolling out their plan.
And he's not completely dead. I'm sure they want to see like streets need a body, you know, like a full-on body.
Like Punch said, respect the art form. This is deeper than just disses. This is about in their eyes, cleansing the culture of shit like Drake or Aiden Ross or anything of that ilk. And we see, you know me, I don't miss a chance. You see these Atlanta niggas struggling. You see, they are struggling because interviews like 21 and other niggas like Lil Baby, when they say, you know, they don't really let us rap shit, or, you know, I'm not really into that, or whatever.
He's a real lyricist.
They don't respect the art form. It's always been about a money grab for those guys.
Yeah.
The art form, yes, the art form does lead to financial dividends. We just seen last week before the new year that I think Kendrick made 103 million for the year, some crazy shit. It's a stupid number. So let's not get it confused for a second that the art form don't lead to dividends. But it's, you know, Masito and I, we lean into this when it comes to hoops. You have your ethical hoopers, and then you have your guys who are foul baiters. TDE is looking at these guys like they're foul baiters. They're not ethical hoopers. We got to get them out of here. They're not adding shit. They're taking, but they're not adding.
They're fishing for fouls.
Like 21 Savage himself doing that interview recently saying he don't really like this rap shit. Then why the fuck are you rapping?
That was a bad look.
Fetty. It's all about Fetty.
It's about Fetty, but Kendrick is showing you that you can make $1/10 billion while also loving to rap.
Yeah.
And if you ain't out here disrespecting lyricism, because to me, I love 21, but I ain't afraid he lost a lot of points when he said that. Because it's like,
reminds you of that Nas shit he did.
Yeah, it reminds you of all of these niggas from that city who didn't love rap. They just saw it as a means to an end. When us here in New York, the others of us in LA looked at it as a culture that can get us out of some shit. Culture that can get us out of some shit, as opposed to do this and get money, which is how Atlanta looks at it. And that's been the divide. That's been the nucleus of the divide between us and them. Culture that can lead to dividends, means to an end. Two different things.
And I wanted to add that's the other factor that I don't want to get lost in this is Drake's frequent collaborators from Atlanta.
Means to an end.
It's all in shambles.
Yeah.
It's all in shambles.
Everybody.
So like,
Whether it's everybody who he stood next to taking L.
Everybody.
Who's
Except for
he
Future.
gonna like prop himself up next to?
Future got what Future launched the shit. So Future
Right.
like gotten himself out of this shit.
Future's an artist. Future's not. You know what? Y'all niggas can say what y'all want about Future's
Future, man.
lyricism or whatever the case may be. But to me, Future makes records. Future, to me, he might not be barred up, but he's an artist to me. When I look at Future, I see an artist who can do whatever the fuck you want him to do, and there's a reason why he gets access to certain other bigger acts where he's putting his pen to their records. Because at the end of the day, he's really out here making bangers. He's a true
How it
artist.
sounds really matters.
Look at how Young Thug talked about Future. Future probably was looking at Thug like, this nigga's a bozo.
Yeah, weird.
I'm really the artist here. You know what I mean? That's the other flip side of the argument. And I thought about that I'm sorry, son, I got you. I thought about it because it's like, the whole time, fucking Young Thug thought Future was like kind of fake and phony. And I'm like, you know what? In my professional life, there's plenty of people who think I'm an idiot. But the whole time, I'm like, you know, this guy's a buffoon. And I deduced he was a buffoon a long time ago. So I'm just not gonna give you any kind of vibes to where you could like be my friend or be cordial with me. So you might think I'm a dumbass, but I already figured you out. And I feel like that's what happened with Thug and Future. Future's like, this thing is a buffoon. I'm a whole artist. I've been doing this shit for a long time. Before there was a slime anywhere in Atlanta, I was doing this shit. And you know what I mean? Niggas like Jarv didn't like me, but I've been doing this shit. And he seen this shit. Cause things is like, he said Future would just like, I'll be talking to the nigga, he would kind of like walk off and give weird responses. I'm like, you know, I've been that guy. You know when niggas don't like me from previous jobs because I just wouldn't talk to them? Or I'd give them weird responses and they thought I was a real bozo. And it's like, nah, I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what happened there. You know what I mean? And it's like, the real artists, the real geniuses of this shit deduce the morons and they move away.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think we're seeing that. That's why Future's gonna win. Ain't nobody putting that Atlanta some on the Future.
None of it.
But they putting it on Baby.
Thug.
21 with this last album. They getting a lot of smut. You know what I mean? Pooh Shiesty here. Where Pooh Shiesty from again?
Memphis. Listen. Listen.
What city have I been touting for months on this pod?
Yeah. For years. What you
mean? You got a point to make. I don't got nothing more to say on this.
No, I was gonna spin it back to another Seinfeld reference.
By all means.
Nah, who is Drake gonna sidle up against? You know, the Seidler. The Seidler.
You know
who's he gonna sidle next to?
You know the irony of this is, and we can close this topic because Wolf's gonna kick us out soon. Is that
Who's he gonna sidle
they've been putting Drake on us for so long. But the irony is, if Drake wants to be respected, he gotta come to the Mecca.
Honestly.
The Mecca get him back right. Ironically, y'all been charging us with Drake when it wasn't us.
Do we want to do that considering we be getting all the blame for all this shit going
on? I'm just calling it what it is.
I don't want him coming.
The Mecca's the only city that can get him back right.
What you say to that?
If it benefits us, then yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I want
to. I don't know if I want to take that mission on though.
I'm not saying we should. Let me be clear. But as people kept blaming New York for Drake when it's been Atlanta the whole time, the only city that could get Drake back in the good graces of hip hop, not rap,
like
hip hop is New York.
Who the New York artists that Drake has hits with like that?
Another Seinfeld.
JC.
Remember the episode with the smell, the stink?
Jesus Christ!
They couldn't get it off of them.
Yeah, the body.
I don't want that over here.
The odor.
I don't want the odor over here, bro. Like the stench of failure and loser. I don't want that over here. Bro.
Moving on. We're not gonna yap. Can we not yap about this next topic?
Let's just cook real quick.
Choices and why. A couple sentences as to why. What is the perfect rap song to you? Denny, I come to you first.
I'm gonna go with All About the Benjamins.
Wow.
Nice.
Hot.
Nice.
I think that song checks every box you would love out of a rap song. Production is fire. You got a dope Diddy verse out of it. Jadakiss follows up after with
Didn't
another.
she write that verse? Or was
Hey
it
man, wait.
Jadakiss
wrote it.
Verse.
That's it. We got a dope two dope Kiss verses. We got Puff's verse. We got Kiss verse. Sheik with one of the greatest verses I ever heard from him all time. Like that's an all time Sheik verse. The ladies came through firing on Kim's with one of the most memorable verses of all time. Throw a hex on the whole family, and then you end the song with the notorious b.i.g. Like with the beat switch with the crazy.
I still
vocals.
stand on that's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, feature verse of all time.
Come on, bro.
Tim took me off the ledge many moons ago.
And then the song brings life anywhere you listen to it at, bro. It's literally a game changer. Sonically, it's stadium music, but it's still for the streets.
Kicking me in my asshole.
That was Donnie Brasco, nigga. My East Coast girl, the Bentley, the twirl. Come on, bro.
West Coast shorty.
Apparently, Missy Elliott put together that song.
A brick of yay in the bro where her titties at. What we doing?
That's one of the greatest, if not the greatest feature ever, bro. I'm standing firm.
Apparently, Missy put together that song. Please, everybody, after this pod is over, go to the story behind Missy putting this song together.
Yeah.
One of the funniest fucking hip hop stories you'll ever hear, bro.
Man.
Benjamin.
And who was it that didn't like the song or the beat? Somebody from
None of the
Lox.
One of the locks.
None of the locks.
No?
I think it was Kiss
Lox didn't like it.
or
I've heard Jada
Oh,
and Kiss.
you're saying none of the Locks
the Kiss.
liked it.
The
Liked
locks
it.
wasn't a
Oh,
fan
okay.
of it.
Quite
at first.
frankly, in hindsight, I can see that because Rough Rider Lox sonically and Bad Boy Lox sonically are
Yeah.
Two different worlds,
completely
bro.
different worlds.
Yeah.
Masito,
love that
what is
song.
your perfect rap song?
Can't Tell Me Nothing. Kanye West.
Quality pick.
Greatest artist in hip hop history. Artist. Everything about it is hip hop. The beat, the hook, what the song is about, the ad libs, there's samples on the song. Everything about the song is ambitious. You could play it in stadiums, you could play it in clubs, you could play it with your shorty, you could play it with your bros. The perfect rap song. The absolute perfect rap song. Everything about it.
Salute.
There's no flaws in this in Can't Tell Me Nothing.
I like it. Sincere raps now.
So I have a list here.
Of course.
Of course. No
course.
sin. One joint, bro.
Pick one.
One joints, bro.
Nah, I got like a top 10 list here. Hold on, let me work through this real quick. Walt, just work with me here.
Well,
I mean, we
man.
might be here another half an hour or so.
Nah.
You know, an extra half
Just
hour.
pick one.
One joint, nigga.
Fuck, man.
Come on now. I knew Sin would have like 50 shits in the tuck, bro. I swear to God, I did.
Oh shit.
What we got,
Top
man?
one
What
on the
we got?
list, Sin.
The most perfect rap song of all time came out in 1992. Your pick was great. Your pick was great, but like
I know where he's going.
92 has a lockdown. They reminisce over you.
That's always
Troy,
been Sin's joint, man.
Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Shout out to you, Sin.
R.I.P. to Trouble T-Roy. Yeah. I mean, it's just a perfect song, an immaculate song. Like, I could not picture a world where they would have added something or removed something from the song and it would have made it better. Like, it's just, it hit
So tough.
the nail on the head. It hit the target. It's a bullseye fucking song. Perfect.
Shout out to Pete.
And
Shout out to CL.
just real quick, like the way I look at it, because you know how people say, there was rap before Rakim and then there was rap after Rakim.
Yeah.
For me, there was beats and beat making before Troy, and then there was beats after Troy. That Troy beat
So perfect.
Crazy.
changed everything, changed the entire beat making and production landscape from there on out. Shouts to Marley Marl before, he was the forefather, the godfather of sampling. But what Pete Rock did on that beat,
Priceless.
perfection.
Woo, hell of a choice.
Perfect song.
You got Job.
Great picks. Troy, of course, Sin takes Troy. shout out J1, Kiss son. He also picked Troy when
Salute
we
to
threw
you,
it out
homie.
on the tweet. Shout out J1, good guy. You can't tell me nothing. Solid pick. What was your pick again, D?
Benji's.
Benjamin's. These are all songs that matter to me.
Yeah.
Once upon a time. But there's one song for me personally. And big surprise. I don't care if you niggas judge me. I really don't. But it's from my guy, my favorite rapper, Jay-Z.
The Jigger Man.
The Jigger Man.
ER.
But it's at the very beginning of his industry journey. It's feeling it. The piano riff in the beginning. Then the vocals coming, you know what I mean? And it's like, part of it is in hindsight, whereas like when niggas be like Jay-Z changed or whatever, he's always been about the money. Nigga, feeling it. It's right there.
Right there.
If y'all niggas ain't talking about large money, then what's the point?
Yeah.
The
He
flows,
been this.
The flows are crazy.
He been this. And it's like,
Perfect song.
Always been a hustler, always been a capitalist.
when you think about
Keep on spilling it.
he wanted the Lucchini beat, but he couldn't get it. But he got this
Yeah.
instead. And it's
I
like,
thought you were gonna pick Lucchini, honestly.
well,
That's one of them. It's definitely
Yeah.
one of them.
here's the thing about Lucchini. I think Lucchini is my favorite instrumental ever. Any way I can find a way to force in a Lucchini instrumental, I will. But I think there's better rapping on other songs than on Lucchini. But not to say that the rapping was bad, because for the people, you think they did it. No, I'm just saying. But as far as the instrumental goes, I'm almost at a place in my life where I think Lucchini's the greatest beat ever made. I'm sorry, so don't kill me. But I just feel like if it's not
conversation.
if it's not the greatest, it's top 3. That's how I feel. That's really how I feel about the Lucchini beat.
Is tough.
Very good.
You know what I mean?
But,
I know.
The snob disagrees.
But when you
put out Troy out there.
But it's something about when the Lucchini beat drops with them horns. When I have my own sports talk radio show, that's gonna be the instrumental to my song. It's gonna be the Lucchini beat. You know what I mean? Just so y'all know. But feeling it, the rapping. Before aesthetics was a social media term, Hove was aesthetics before aesthetics was a thing. The topic, feeling like you were really in the Caribbean hearing this song, and then when you the perfect placement of feeling it within reasonable where it was or where it's located, it doesn't stand out. It's not jarring. I love that song. Like, to me, before I understood what a classic album was, Feeling It was one of the first experiences I had as I became a rap fan. I was like, I'm listening to something different. When that but like, whoa, wait a minute, because before you get to Feeling It, you're listening to some of the hardest shit ever, and then this shit comes on, and it's like, wait, I like it. Wait, yeah, this is hard.
Lean it.
You know what I mean? This is hard. You know what I mean? So Feeling It for me. And as the years go by, you get older, you get more life experiences, you go back to that song. Feel the vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go on vacation.
Yeah, perfect vacation song.
Perfect.
But at the same time, it could be 20
Perfect
degrees in
summer
New York.
Yeah.
And that beat come on or that song come on and you're like, yeah. Because what he's talking about is resonating with you. Feeling it. For the Jay-Z haters, that's why I was like, when you Nas fans unite, y'all get y'all Nas rings together and y'all, you know what I mean?
I've been a bad Nas fan again. I did not pick a Nas song as the perfect song.
I can't
It was on my list, right? And it was an obscure one, an unreleased joint, Rise and Fall.
That's a good pick.
Rise and Fall. Yeah, there's something about like how he encapsulates everything that happened to him up to that point.
New York State of Mind.
Where I Am was about to come out. I don't know. To this day, I don't know how it didn't wind up on
if you're feeling it, put your L in the sky. Like, boom. You know what I mean? When you Nas fans get together and y'all make these critiques about Jay-Z, I'm like, dog, there's no way I can really believe what y'all saying when the discography and the songs are there. And Feeling It is one of them songs.
Yeah.
There's a mad joints for Volume 1. If it's not that, for me, Imaginary Plays is right there. Next to Feeling It for me as far as perfect song goes. I'm mad that Cardi even got a fucking grubby hands on that, honestly. But it's like, yeah, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Some type of way right now.
Like, she should have never been allowed to touch that song.
Some type of way.
I agree. She should have did Hard Knock Life or
something. Like, get the fuck away from that.
Not imaginary,
beefing
bro.
with Nicki Minaj and you fucking do Imaginary Players. Nicki's not even macing the argument.
Right.
You're macing the argument. You're macing that argument. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts to Toomp, D-Dot, P-Rock, and Ski Beats for producing those songs.
Talk about it.
And
great show,
fellas. Yeah, and I did I didn't mention
this shit. We're not gossipers.
Right.
Okay.
You know, I talked
gotta
about
listen
the
to
P-Rock,
all of those when I leave out of here.
I talked about the Pete Rock production, but also what CL Smooth did on Troy.
Crazy.
And it was, dedicated to Pete Rock's friend who had passed away. It was just so emotional. When you hear this story, because I was at, I don't know if y'all seen on my IG stories, I went to go see Pete Rock at Lincoln Center. He was doing a talk over there, and then he was spinning some records. But obviously, he asked him about Troy. And he was just like, I've heard this story plenty of times, but I've never seen him talk about it live. Like the way he heard the record that he sampled, and he just started crying when he heard the saxophones and started thinking about like his dead homie. He was like, nah, I gotta do something with this record. He sampled it, flipped it, and then the rest is history. Classic. You know what I mean? And CL Smooth with his lyrics about people that had passed away, dedicating it to T-Roy, Beautiful songs all around.
Yep. Yeah. Quick aside on Nicki Minaj. I just got to bring this up. Petitions to deport Nicki Minaj gained over 120,000 signatures and counting. I'm gonna leave it right there.
That's a lot of niggas.
But because she connected with rest in peace Charlie Kirk's wife, and that kind of weird energy she had on the stage, immediately upon that moment, there was a petition to get her deported. It's up to 120,000 signatures.
Damn it, man.
You know, people are trolls, so I don't know how much weight to put on this, but this is a crazy number.
Different, bro.
120,000.
It's a lot of people.
That's crazy. Mesito, you got a segment for us, bro?
Yeah, I do. I'll be quick because I know we got to get the fuck up out of here. Salute to Walt.
Walt the Great.
Real quick, we at the beginning of the year, yo. You know we usually talk music business, but we obviously talked about that in spades on Monday. So I'm just gonna go what I originally was here for. Speak about young rap. 5 most anticipated young rap albums of 2026.
Ooh.
At number 5, we have AZ Shike. No Rest for the Wicked.
Okay.
Looking forward to his debut.
Okay.
Hold on. One of the few who actually capitalized on the Kendrick look from GNX.
From GNX.
West Coast.
One fantastic feature on GNX. Has been moving around. You see him with the Clipse. You see him popping out for Kendrick's tour. You see him on his own. Very interested to hear with a full album of AZ. We couldn't even pronounce his name at first. We was calling him Ass Cheeks.
So lost.
Yeah, we was
No, that wasn't us. That was not us. That was Joey Badass.
That was Joey Badass.
That was not us.
Maze, what are you doing?
AZ
You trying to
Cheek,
take
we was
us, man?
That's what I gotta censor that. 'Cause
Yeah, we can't.
You
do
put
that.
I want to
charges
hear the
on us.
album. I want to hear the album. But
That's
we
fire.
gotta hear that.
Yeah. Salute to him.
Definitely seemed like gonna be an artist to make some noise in 2026. Looking forward to that. Number 4. You might not like this, guys, and this, for all intents and purposes, this guy has the crown for young rap right now. It's NBA YoungBoy. Slime Cry.
Only 4?
Only reason he's
Little
4 is 2 reasons. Because he drops so often, so this might be 4 albums that he drops.
That YouTube shit.
And if we're being honest, he's more in that Lil Wayne territory where he just drops and drops. There's no quality control with his music. So I can't in good faith put that as number 1 because I do think these 3 artists will drop better albums than he does. But just for the impact that he makes, to see how people switched on Dirk, they now on his side. NBA YoungBoy Slime Cry. I want to hear what it sounds like, especially after his first tour in damn near years because of the arrests and everything else. Number 3, Doechii. Let's be honest here.
Yes, sir.
Talk about it.
She coming off a Grammy win, just dropped a hell of a song with SZA. Everybody is wondering what Doechii's next album is going to sound like. She has the eye on it. I think it's going to have a lot of quality. I think she's going to take it a notch up from her past album. I think she's really going to put her name. She's going to put her name in that conversation.
Stamp.
For lady rap this year, especially what we just talked about. Nicki is falling off a little bit, at least in the public eye.
About to get
so
deported.
very interested to hear what Doechii. We probably gonna have hella TDE verses on there.
Oh, yeah.
Might be a West Side verse on there.
I hope so.
Might
Very
be a
interested.
Kendrick verse on there.
Nah, I
We know,
definitely see
right?
that
I
happening.
thought TDE, that's PG Lang these days.
Yeah.
We know it's gonna be a Kendrick Doechii bar.
Now
for
we
bar
gotta
song.
give Kendrick the ISO every time. We can't just lump him in.
You
know
right.
what I mean?
You right. So absolutely Doechii. No name on the album yet. So to be determined. Number 2, Baby King.
Interesting.
Let's talk, man. Where
Baby
is he
King.
at?
Yeah, where's he at?
Wow,
Very interested.
bro.
He's supposed to
That's
drop
crazy,
this year.
bro.
Name of the album is called Child with Wolves. Very Kanye-esque. We've been waiting to hear what he got to say. Also, the Sonics that he always drops have been great. His original album was awesome.
King
Family
always got
Ties,
the good sonics. Quiet as kept.
Yeah.
excellent Sonics.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people say, it helped. Obviously, he wasn't writing for Kendrick, but when you have that young energy around you, it help you enter a whole new lane.
I need
You
to be
know?
honest about something.
What's the word?
Every time I see a viral video of the Kendrick tour, the song that they react to the most is when he starts playing Family Ties.
Family Ties, right?
I like that
That
shut the
shit-
fuck up song more.
That shit
That's my
gets
shit.
the entire
Family Ties
arena
is-
in an uproar.
And in a game where I gotta admit that lane might be open for him to really make his claim as one of the top niggas in the game. Baby King always puts out dope shit. Very excited to hear what he's gonna drop. And number 1, there's supposed to be a collaboration album this year. JID and Metro Boomin. God doesn't like ugly. I feel like this might be the joint that put JID where he need to be.
Okay.
Job has been telling you rappers for about 2 years now to get Metro
With
Boomin
Metro.
on your
Find this
joint.
nigga, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We know he's dropped classics with 21, with Future, with Offset. Like there's Metro Boomin might have on a mainstream level the best production discography of the last 5 or 10 years on a mainstream level, if you include his own albums. Linking him with JID.
A lyrical, see, Benny, you fucking, I've been telling you for like the last 3 years to go find Metro. You let JID beat you there.
Right. You
Lyrical guy with the Sonics of Metro is a cheat code.
It's a cheat code. And I feel like, you know, one thing about JID is we felt like the sound might have been all over the place. The executive production, we don't know what's going on with Dreamville right now. We don't know who is telling him what to do.
That Cole fan who still watches but doesn't comment, Mike.
He ready to smack the shit out of me. But so I'm very excited to see what JID, who I feel is at his lyrical peak, his artistic peak, with a Phil Jackson in you know what I mean, on the bench for him. I think this is gonna be the album that really does what everybody has been waiting for JID to do for like the last 5 years or so. That's number one for me. God Doesn't Like Ugly, JID and Metro.
You know what's funny is that Metro's best flex of 2025 was doing Heroes and Villains, doing I Don't Trust You, I Still Don't Trust You, and then basically doing a futuristic album from 2012. Yeah. So he's showing you that I can do whatever sound you want from a regional perspective. Much like how his East Coast rappers who could do the drumless loop, or they could do some shit like a Harry Fraud. Harry Fraud is versatile in that way. Niggas got mad at Mace for his Harry Fraud pick, but Harry Fraud to me is the perfect Nas producer because he's versatile in the same way that Metro Boomin is versatile. He could do whatever Southern or Midwest regional sound you want, whatever drums you want, whatever treble or bass you want
at a high level.
You want some movie score music? Metro can do that too. So, Benny, I told you. You didn't listen. Now JID's over there. JID's about to make if this album is what we think it could be with the combination of production and lyrical dexterity, we're looking at a 6 mic album.
And JID know how to make a sonical fire joint too.
Right,
you know?
right. So his ear for beats with Metro Sonics and JID's lyrical ability
combination.
See, Benny, y'all niggas don't be listening to me. Y'all don't listen to me. And now
Conway listened to us.
Yeah, Conway did. Look what he did.
What
he did. I'm almost at a place where I want to get that shit to 5 out of 5. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's a great album.
We gotta get to the mailbag. It's gonna be a quick one. Not too much to talk about here.
It's good.
We talked about who we want Nas to work with next on a producer level. We have some responses.
Yes.
2HQ says, I'd like another multi-producer album from Nas. Pretty solid pick. Kamal 506 says, I actually want him to spin back with Primo and Hit Boy Engineering. I really want to hear from Sin on that idea.
Primo on the beats and Hit Boy Engineering?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Dini?
I'm here for that.
Not engineering. Maybe executive producing. Engineering is a different thing.
I would love to him to have a hand, like a secondary hand, like as far as let me add something to this.
I don't think engineering was the problem with Light Years.
Yeah,
at all. The mix,
it was the production,
clean,
crisp.
Yeah,
Mesito, your thoughts?
I agree with Sin. Executive production, not engineering. I think maybe I don't know if they know what goes into engineering. Maybe that's what they meant.
Maybe
but nah, not engineering.
I think they mean the sonic like production help. Like, don't just make it by yourself. Like, I'm coming in there to like.
I just said the quality of the beats lagged. Sorry, Sin. I'm not trying to argue tonight. But as far as the mixing goes, the quality of the samples, the mixing of the beats individually from the vocals and together as one, ain't nothing wrong with that album. Derek Matthews 2213 says, what Conway gave with his last project was a mix of Pray for Paris production with Tanner Talk 2 lyrics. Classic in the Griselda King.
Talk.
What do we think about that, Sin?
Agreeable.
I didn't think of that, but I'm willing to agree with that.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. On par. Very on par.
Mesito.
I wouldn't say on par, but I get the idea he's trying to say.
Yeah.
I think as far as caliber goes, yes, but Tanner Talk 2, I don't know if Benny's ever gotten as vulnerable lyrically as Conway.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going back to as far as beat selection goes, Ill Poetic says he kind of agrees with me as far as Nas and Justice League would be a crazy instant classic. I think so as well. Then moving on, we have Nick Sound Check Night says light years above Magic 1. Hell no, you can't be serious. Sincere the rap song, you say what?
I'm very serious.
Okay. He stands firm in his beliefs. Cage 1408 says, I usually align with Sim, but he spent the entire Nas convo circling the drain. Whoa. Home cooking, back to basics, soundscape for Nas just to go. We get it, man. Your thoughts?
I mean, John kept throwing it back to me. I'm like, all right.
I didn't do no such thing.
Oh, shit.
I didn't do
Damn.
no such thing. What are you talking about?
There we go.
Yikes.
What the fuck are you
All right.
talking about?
He kept, I don't know, passing it back,
Passing
the rock.
Every way to
Yes.
respect.
Passing the rock.
passing the rock back to me so that I could
rid of this
say
guy.
more.
Anyway,
And I had nothing else to say. I had made my point already.
light year from grateful because we're gonna move on.
Conversation is crazy.
Grateful for God's Love says Light Years is a great album, period. Salute to Nas and Preem. KML Trade says that the Hit Boy and Preem agendas were completely different. Appreciate each for what they are. Not everything needs to be a comparison. So KML Trades, you got 40 likes in this comment. So you and the 40 other niggas that like this comment, get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
Please.
I don't give a fuck what you think about comparisons. In fact, I'm sick of you niggas complaining about motherfuckers comparing some shit. That's the fun part about rap conversations. Is comparing, is debating, is having conversation, especially when it's done respectfully.
Facts.
We're not doing it from a disrespectful place. We're not shitting on one to uplift the other. We're just having a rap conversation. And if that bothers you so much, KML Trades, you can get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of niggas complaining about that shit. In fact, in 2026, any nigga that complains about niggas comparing one thing to the next in conversation as far as great compared to great, I'm banning you. Flat out. Stop bitching about niggas comparing some shit. Because we've been comparing from the time we fell in love with rap.
Every time.
The fuck out of here.
And it's not just, it's everything. It's not just rap,
Right.
nigga. It's shoes, food, everything, like life.
Just do away with rap battles. Just not have
What's the
motherfuckers
verses then,
compete.
right?
No verses.
What's anything?
What would your life
Why
have looked
do
like?
we compare?
We're all winners,
Why
guys.
have tournaments,
Participation
championships?
trophy ass nigga. The fuck out of here, man.
Come on, man.
That's what it sounds like.
Come on, man.
And last but not least, we have Deus Tash, aka Tash, OVO gang representative. Please tell that fuck nigga Masito to stop saying he's a Drake fan because he is not. And all you clowns are stuck in the UGM matrix and your visions are blind by K-bot asses. Drake is still running the game. Check the data stats and check the clubs. Idiots. Masito.
Wow.
Something tells me bro has never been to a club ever. See, this is why Jaws bestowed the title upon me, because this is the constant dick riding that goes on in the comments.
Unreasonable.
Fella, let me see. Show me the last Drake show you been to, because you don't strike me as a nigga who goes outside. I'm sure you probably ran the music all year, but this is the type of dick riding that I'm sorry, as a grown man, I can't do. All right. If you really fuck with Drake, the best thing you can do is judge him harshly and make him be better. The niggas like that is the reason why he runs around with Aiden Ross and Ben the Don. Okay, this is why niggas like that is the reason why Drake lost. Okay, I'm putting it on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, I wanted to call you a word that they banned. You know what I mean? Styles P made a song about it one time.
Oh shit.
I wanted to call you that because it just feels weird arguing with another man about who's a bigger fan of another man. Okay, personally, that's how I feel.
Is Ben
fuck
Don
niggas now? We get called fuck
Right.
niggas? That's what we get called now? Wow, what's the energy on this?
Like us, bro.
You don't like us?
Like, come on,
Is-
bro.
I like Drake more than you do, Mace.
Yo, where are we at, bro?
You do actually.
Where
yeah.
are we?
They all them niggas is the niggas that wiped the sweat off Nas's face that one time.
The hand that went over the brow. Lord.
Ben the Don, is he the one with the like Oscar the Grouch sweater, the Grinch sweater, that green shit that he
just did the little
something with
stream
Drake.
with.
yeah.
When he gave him like a car or something.
That was him.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben the Don. He does good shit. I ain't gonna put
Fuck
that
with
on
Ben.
you, Ben. You fuck. Yeah, I mean, he was from the Odell Beckham era of Drake's superstardom. He came up under Drake and Odell, and he made his own way. Shout out Ben the Don. You know
doing
who
his
does
thing out here.
What happened to Shiggy and Drake?
That's
man.
word.
Anyway, moving
Shiggy
on.
still be popping. I see Shiggy on pop outs, but not online. Crazy.
Shiggy made
You
the
didn't hear that drop,
legendary.
but it's okay.
Chronological.
Shiggy, I love you, but it's over with.
Yeah, it's done, chick.
But we are somewhere in New York City. It's been a great pod. First in studio of the new year.
Yes.
At one point, Walt had his shoes off because he was real comfortable.
Comfy.
And we need you
My
too.
dog.
Get off Sincere's lawn.
All right. So when I came into this lawn tonight, it was mainly focused on one person because she was the most recent example of
She was.
just something that I'm diametrically opposed against. But then I started thinking about it, and the lawn sort of started getting more crowded. It started expanding, and I needed like a few more people to get off my lawn. So I'm gonna start with the first person. And there's somebody who I had just very recently kicked off my lawn, and it got Jar very, very nervous.
Yes.
I was nervous too.
But did they sign
Terrified.
120,000 signatures?
Because my lawn be right. My lawn be right. Like when somebody's on my lawn and I kick them off, just go with it. Because I usually have 2020 vision into the future.
They're gonna be on the world's lawn soon after Sincere call you out.
About it.
So, Nicki Minaj, man, like, what are we doing here? Like, first it was like the open letter on social media to Trump, and now you're going. You made a guest appearance on this weird Erica Kirk American tour of grievance for her dead husband, and then you want to pop up and align yourself with all of this Republican conservative MAGA energy. Like to me, I never thought we would get here with Nicki Minaj, but we're here. I don't know where all this energy comes from, but for her to align herself with this particular president, this particular group of people, this particular type of energy, with Erica Kirk particularly, it's just I'm at a loss for words. It's no wonder that people are petitioning to like kick you out of the fucking country. So Nicki Minaj, get the fuck off my lawn, right? So that was the first one. But then I was like, God damn, we just got this Drake lawsuit. The gambling groomer, as Professor Sky once called him, who has been scamming through his gambling company along with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross, a known maggot.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And you're not only are you in business with him, you've made multiple visits to his platform. And you're aligning yourself with him, like 100%
crazy.
Like a culture vulture final boss at this point.
Jesus.
Like Drake needs to get the fuck off my lawn. And to round it all out, Lil Wayne, he hasn't done anything recently, but I know he's been on the MAGA bandwagon, so he needs to get the fuck off my lawn. So ultimately,
Well, I saw something about.
Go ahead.
I saw something about Lil Wayne that said that he doesn't eat fast food, so he has to get all his food chefed up. But you drink mad lean, or you drink mad lean and shit. So it's like, what the fuck? Is
You gotta
point?
pick your battles.
He hasn't done anything recently, but I know he was anti-BLM. He said like a white cop saved his life, so he's always gonna line himself with
He never
fucking
experienced
cops.
racism or something. He said.
He's never quote unquote never experienced racism.
Trump pardoned him.
He's aligned himself with Trump multiple times, and let's not forget the Super Bowl thing. Yeah, so Lil Wayne will always have to get off my lawn for all of that. So ultimately, the entire Young Money, let's wrap them up.
Then you might as well kick me off the lawn.
Let's wrap them up.
You can go. I'm out of here.
The entire Young Money can fucking go. Their time is done.
Lil Twist?
They everybody.
Okay.
Damn.
Not J Mills.
They put out
He been cooking.
They put out some decent music. They put out some hits. People rock with him for a while, but their time has passed. Tiger was.
He got football gear on for Tiger. Super pun off.
He's banned from my lawn. Like
real quick, Ryan Clark said that Birdman made every song he was on worse. Is that an accurate thing?
I mean,
this is a conversation.
What happened to that boy would 100% be better without Baby on it. That's a Clipse song.
And
did
some
we
shit
miss
he just
him
dropped with NBA
at the
Youngboy
Clipse
that
show?
could have went without him too.
He made every song work.
Yeah, this is something I can definitely be conversant
Yo,
about.
wrap the whole Young Money up, man. Get him out of here. We don't need them.
Pack
no
him
more.
up.
Pack him up. And this is the shit that makes me feel so vindicated after so many years of like listening to Young Money
Now you gotta take the victory.
in the clubs, on the radio.
Those songs were good.
Motherfuckers telling me how fire, and Lil Wayne and Drake and Nicki Minaj were, and I'm like, I would rather not hear from them. Like,
They were cooking.
if they play, cool, but I'm not gonna spin them. I'm not a fan of them. There was always some energy that was off with them, and now like I feel vindicated. Like we all see how shitty these people are. They made decent music for some people. Not
It's
for me.
I'm
some people.
Decent,
But
for
fuck
some
them.
people.
Get them off my lawn, man. Get out of here.
Hey man. Since the rap snob setting the tone for 2026.
See that?
With an all-time long. This has been episode 140 of the Rap Roundtable, the most dangerous. Still the most dangerous, the most hated on, the biggest villains in the podcast world you know of. New York and hip hop's #1 podcast for hip hop. The rest of you niggas.
You niggas what?
Can't fuck with us. We really do this shit. No gossip. No well-cropped photos.
Real
No
life.
ulterior motives. No none of that. We
Real
talk about the
humans.
music. We talk about the culture. And every now and again, the chatty boys might appear. But even when the chatty boys appear, it's always within the scope of the music. A lot of you niggas is out here perpetrating a fraud. But we are the realest podcast out. You don't got to tag me because I fucking said it on my podcast. And if you ever tag me again after some shit gets tweeted out on the Rap Roundtable, I'm going to fry you up.
Flame on.
I'm gonna fry the mustache, the little shit right here with the soul patch. I'm gonna fry the whole thing up.
God.
You niggas what?
Genie the Balance, take us home.
Yo, first and foremost, man, shout out to Walt, man, the guy in the chair keeping us rolling.
And don't think I ain't peeped that you started talking about the South after I called you out, because you was talking about Nas and New York raps for years on your
Forever.
platform until we said something on the Rap Roundtable. And don't think I ain't peeped.
We got our eyes on y'all,
And,
man.
and just real quick, in case anybody wants to like start complaining, Sin is getting on his political shit. Look, I'm against the MAGA shit. We don't need MAGA in hip
You
hop.
niggas what?
MAGA is 100% diametrically opposed to hip hop and
You
the
niggas
spirit of
what?
hip hop and what hip hop is grounded in. 100%. Whoever's down with MAGA, get them the fuck out of here off the fuck my lawn.
You niggas what?
The
One more
Rap
time.
Roundtable.
As you were, didn't you?
One more time for the niggas watch, though.
You niggas what?
Salute to Rome Streets. Shout out to each and every one of you amazing people watching, tuning in right now. Whether you catching us live or you catch us on the back end, hit the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, get involved. This is 2026. We going all the way up this year. Real humans, real vibes, real motion. Masito, voice of the culture, keeping you locked in on everything that's going on. You hear the production. Sincere the Rap Snob, one of the hardest working niggas in the game.
Super
Tap in.
producer.
You are missing out if you're not fucking with this individual right here. Jarvie, the hardest working man in show business.
GOAT.
4 jobs, 4 fucking things like Pee Wee Kirkland, keeping it cooking.
Yes, sir.
I'm Dean the Balance of the Force,
My
aka
dog.
your mother's favorite fat nigga. And with our powers combined, it's the Rap Roundtable, episode 140, first of episode fucking 2026. We here, y'all. We out of here. The Rap Roundtable.
Top cheesers in the building, bitch.
New York's
Yeah.
finest.
That's my mother-in-law for this fantastic hoodie, by the way.
Shout out to mama-in-law.